Hello, I'm the Emerald Emperor, and this is episode 16.
16.
Don't care. Anyway, of Pelagaius. I'm your host, the humble Emerald Emperor. Let's see, who is going to recap for us today?
Not
I
it.
can. Me.
Nope.
No goes.
How
Me.
about, let's have
Oh.
Akron let's have you recap what happened last session.
After a month-long celebration, after the heroes apparently did something, there was
Apparently.
apparently
Wow, such confidence in the group.
that's why it's apparent. There was a grand dinner with the Countess of the region, and it was discovered that there's an army moving in of the thinking undead or something like that. And my character got introduced, and we're going to see about going out. Also, we now have horses.
Which is the first, because the party's only ever had boats and a flying carpet.
Yes.
Yes.
Why walk when you can fly?
Hey, we had giant lizards once.
That's true. You did have giant lizards, so that's pretty legit and pretty dope.
Oh yeah, and one of
We
the
Told the beetle.
if I remember correctly, someone got married.
Rudy.
Hell yeah.
That's right, he did. I forgot about that.
Rudy got wait.
Wait. Tony got married?
Yeah, Rudy got married.
Lord.
He got married to his childhood gnome sweetheart.
I was also my wife, otherwise I would be beaten up by my wife.
Yep, it's his in-game character wife. Something like that. Anyway. Alrighty, so, with that, you guys find yourselves still at the... No, actually, you guys had left this, didn't you? You guys went to bed.
Yeah, we were already, yeah.
Alright, so the next morning, you guys are essentially awoken to a fairly large, gong ringing, and a magically enhanced voice crying out that the vampire kingdoms have come under attack and that there is to be a draft for the army.
Sucks to be them.
So, what would you guys like to be doing?
We need to meet where the horses are, and we need to get going now.
I'm in favor of this idea.
I'm going to where the horses are. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
I'm not where you all are at.
Hold on, I'm about to transfer you guys over to the other.
Apparently, I'm pretty damn hurt.
Okay, so let's transfer you guys to where you should be. Alright, so who all ended up actually back at the inn?
Not me.
I
One
did.
person.
Wait, no, was my wife at the end or am I at her house?
You're probably
You're
at
at
her
her
place.
house.
You don't have a
Oh,
house
man,
here,
I
so
moved
you're
in
at
with
her
her
house. Yeah, it was a pretty fast shotgun wedding. She's like, alright, you're coming in. Time to get going. Chop, chop.
Yeah.
Rudy, roll me a resilience check.
Oh no.
You better be awfully resilient.
Hard.
after that.
Give me
This
a
is
hard
actually
resilience check.
Listen, every check that I make for resilience is hard, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're gonna fail.
Okay, so the actual...
No, I have a ranking though.
The barracks is for the guards, especially the royal guards, are actually right over here. So I'm assuming you're staying with Akron, if I remember right. Casimir is back there.
Hey, I succeed with disadvantage.
Good job. I failed with a lot of advantage not too long ago.
What are we rolling?
Yeah, it's Tony.
Oh,
Oh,
while I'm thinking about it too, hold on.
please don't.
So, let's see here. How do I do that again? It's... Oh yeah, that's right, I can do it that way. Got it. I'm just setting up your guys' actual pool.
Let me show you.
6 and 7. Okay, there is your guys' destiny / pool. So,
Oh boy.
If you guys want to use it, what you do is you do exclamation destiny, and then you just put L, and it'll change it to a dark one for me.
Okay.
So, and if you guys need to reference it, just hit exclamation destiny. It'll tell you how many are in there.
All right,
That's a
and
thick cord.
again, destiny points add a yellow.
They can be used to add in-game elements or to upgrade your dice, essentially. If you guys say forgot to pack underwear, you could say I'm using a fate point or a destiny point here to say that I actually have underwear.
We
I mean,
forgot
why
to
would
do
you
it.
need that?
We need to, say, hey, along the way, we get brought rope.
All right. So anyway, Christina's heading for the horses, which are going to be held at the gate up here. Well, hold on. Which way is north? That way. At this
That way.
gate right there.
I want to go to the horses.
Kushtrak is gonna go try and meet up with his friends.
Okay. So as Kustrak goes out, just because you see that the town is being rebuilt, but it's going to be years before they're done.
Right.
Essentially, the biggest thing is it still smells like burning wood and dead bodies. Just because they have had a lot of deaths and a lot of bodies. I don't know who the hell is calling, but you are going to get ignored. Anyway, so you head there towards the horses. Casimir's heading for the horses. Rudy, you had a fantastic night.
Yay, I didn't die.
Your new wife sends you off tearfully into danger and gives you one of her handkerchiefs and
Wait.
tells you
Oh,
that
man.
she expects its return.
Did he make a brawn roll?
He did a resilience check.
Oh, resilience. He did pretty good.
Yep, he did pretty good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Though, Rudy, you are sore.
Yeah,
Take
you
a strain.
Yeah, go ahead and take one strain.
Ow.
Alrighty, so what are the remaining three doing? Because I've got Gore's still at the inn, Rudy's still kind of being seen off by his bride, and Akron's still in the barracks.
All right, hold up. What's going on? I have no idea why everyone's running off to get horses.
Essentially, the big voice tells you that the vampire kingdoms are being attacked, and I was hoping that one of these guys would say, hey, we're going to try and help them, but apparently nobody told you.
Nope, no one did at all. I took a nice recuperating break because my character did a lot last few sessions.
Yeah, you did.
Making that many potions for the entire town was, and summoning angels and light shows, and yeah, my character's like, I need a break.
So I'm gonna look around and see that Gorge is not here, and I'm gonna go back quickly and wake her up and tell her we need to get going, because if the vampire area falls, then this area falls. And we were asked to go take care of that business.
I'm gonna take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Very well. Let's go help vampires. And I get this wicked grin on my face underneath my mask. By the way, Nick, did we do the thing with the demon? Or am I still gonna have the angel?
You talking about my wife?
If you would like to do the thing with the demon, we can definitely do the thing with the demon.
Okay, well then let's go ahead and do that for now and just have her be here and we can just work it out later if we want, since we only have a few more sessions.
Okay. So along the way too, you see Rafik meet up with you.
Meet up with me?
Yeah. Meets
By
up
the
with
way-
you down this way. What's up?
Who's Rafik again? I'm lost.
This one right here. Rafik's the demon that you created.
Oh god. Him of all people.
Yep.
Alright, am I at full health and
Yes, everybody is at full health and strain except for Rudy because he had a wonderful night. And is a little sore.
I'm going to put my fingers to my lips and blow a whistle and have my carpet summon. I'm going to get on my carpet and I am going to suffer 2 strain and try to find the rest of the party members with my bowl of water and a stick.
Didn't I just go get her and come back?
It's going to take longer than that. You guys did some sort of magical communication somehow.
Okay.
And I will go to find the group. We'll go find Rafik, of all people.
All right, so it's fairly easy to find Rafik because Rafik stands out amongst the crowd a little bit. Because most of the people you see are like average citizenry, and they are lining up, and Rafik is not. Rafik is heading north, east. So it's fairly easy to find Rafik. Let's go with Akron next. Akron, what are you doing at this moment?
I know I left off at the barrack.
Mm-hmm.
I know eventually the other ones should come to the stables to get the horses, but I probably should get some stuff for the trip. So I guess I'd go to the marketplace.
Okay. All right, so you head up to the marketplace. As you kind of head up that way, you see this kind of garishly looking woman flying on a carpet, heading north and east.
North and east? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Where's she at? Oh, by the way, describe my character. She only has one, as in the picture, and she only has one arm. And she has hardly any hair, and she wears a mask. And she wears lots of belts. And she's on a carpet that's black, and it has smoke and purple kind of trailing off of it.
And don't forget the silver kind of like threading that goes through that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So silver tassels and threading in the front. And it's a pretty big carpet for one person, you notice.
So what kind of specifically are you looking for in the market?
Does this game have a ration system and such?
Kind of. Generally, I don't really finagle with that too much just because it's kind of a tedious thing to do and nobody likes to keep track of rations. So if it comes up where you need to be hungry, I generally will say you're hungry. Otherwise, I don't bother with it.
Alright, that's good to know. I guess that would just be potions.
Okay. What kind of potions are you looking to acquire?
Is there still Is there poisoning in this game too?
Yep, there are poison potions.
Okay, I should probably get some of those.
Alrighty, so you head into the market. Go ahead and roll me a average streetwise check. So that'd be 2 purples plus your streetwise.
Let me look that up.
I got a quick thing to say.
Go for it.
Casimir would like to make an announcement.
Okay.
Ooh, good job.
Not many people know this. He speaks for the trees as a druid. And, y'all better protect the rainforests, or he'll break your knees.
Let's go do it. Let's go do it.
Alright, would that be a brawn check?
Anyway, so, yes, you are easily able to find poison inside the market. In fact, it seems like some of the normally stringent laws that prevent poison from being utilized, as long as you have the proper kind of credentials, apparently that's been kind of rescinded a little bit. So now you can buy it without having to worry about repercussions to an extent. You still have to have the credentials, but it's more open what everything is.
Cool. Huh.
Yeah, apparently they're more worried about undead because the poisons are actually more effective against the undead.
That's always useful.
Yep. So, how many would you like?
I don't know, 3?
3 of them? Alright, so... let me see here. You guys have plenty of gold, so...
We do.
Yep. Tons of gold, honestly.
Dude, I'm setting up.
Alright,
this.
yeah, you buy pretty easily 3 vials of poison.
Yeah.
Alright, so go ahead and list 3 vials of poison. Anything else you'd like?
Probably just some health potions.
Alright, those are fairly readily available, and they're actually giving those out because these people are getting conscripted.
Right there.
And you can see that the people that are actually making them look a little unhappy because they're being kind of forced to make them for free.
Oh.
So you get a total of 5 of those as well if you want them.
Okay.
Especially after you show off your rank of captain. They're like, oh, okay, here you go, captain. 5 of them for you.
Give him a tip.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to get while you're here?
I can't think of anything else I'd like right now.
Alrighty. Rudy, while this is all going on, what are you doing?
I saddle onto my trusty stallion, Beetle, march down the streets, triumphant with my newfound arm and lack of virginity, I guess. We're all alluding to that, right? So
Yeah, pretty much.
Say it. We're over that. I'm gonna scroll triumphantly past my shop that I own and just hope that nobody loots it because I just left like a little sign saying closed till Tuesday. I'm gonna make my way downtown, riding fast. There's gonna be a lot of faces that pass by.
Hey.
Pretty sure.
Most of them are just more in awe of a gnome on top of a beetle than anything else. So,
because of the path I took, I'm not going to see Akron, so I'm going to find Kitlin eventually and give her all of my poisons that I had been making for the past month.
What? Thank you.
They are 4 poisons, hard resilience check, fail is 4 wound. Oh, thank you, baby. I also have smoke bombs for you. Would you like 1 or 2 of them? I'm going to keep at least 1 for myself because I'm small and can escape easier.
So 1 smoke bomb and 4 poison.
Yeah, I'm just going to copy pasta this to you. Did I already give you one of my potions? I think I gave you a potion of some sort.
You give me a potion of healing? I don't remember.
I don't know if it was a potion or an elixir of endurance. They're both elixirs technically, but... what I DM'd to you is what you've got for you. I'm going to cut them out of my inventory once you say you have them all.
Alright.
alrighty.
Kushrock Gores, I have potions if you'd like some. I got like 2 for
Hell
each.
yeah.
They're just health restore elixirs. I don't know how much it really restores. You guys can each take 2. So that'll drop me down to 6. And I'll distribute as I see fit later. So I'm a pack mule now. Hell yeah.
No better way to travel.
job.
Oh, I will give everybody. Wait, hold on. How many people do we have? Because I didn't anticipate us having a 5th.
7.
6.
I don't need
There's 7 of us now.
There's
Holy
7
shit, someone's
total,
gonna fall
but
to their death.
there's 6 of us in the game that are not GMs.
I trust Gores to not die foolishly
I'm
because
not
Gores
gonna-
is
I don't need
amazing.
one.
Cough, cough. I'm gonna give Kitlin a potion of slow fall.
Nice.
I'm gonna give Kushrock a potion of slow fall.
I need it.
I'm gonna give our transformer a potion of slowpoke, because I don't think he can turn into a bird. And when Akron gets here, I'm gonna give him a potion of slowpoke, because I feel like Akron's gonna die. No
Wow.
offense.
Don't worry.
You can also have a health
still-
potion when you catch up.
Cool. I'll probably see about heading over to the stables then.
All right.
Okay.
So so Akron is going to be the last one there. For the rest of you, you see essentially maybe 15, 20 minutes later, Gore's just kind of down on the carpet. And then just, are you actually going to land at this point, or are you going to just stay with your carpet for now?
Well, are they all on horses?
There seems to be enough horses for you guys if you need them all of them, but if you're wanting to keep your carpet, you can probably forego a horse.
Oh, hell no, I'm not getting on a horse. I don't trust that thing with the
Kustrak has opted to use his horse to carry all of his garbage. He has a lot of stuff and he needs it all.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Amazing.
Wait, Nick, when I go through the town, does anybody recognize me?
Who does?
Pretty much everyone seems
Do
to
I get
at
any
least have
cheers
heard
or
of you.
anything like that?
Yes, you did get cheers from some of the townsfolk. Actually, some of the townsfolk recognize you from saving their ass.
Well, there you go. Anyways,
We
I'm going
did
to
have
offer
a
a ride to Rafik.
Okay. Rafik kind of looks at your carpet dubiously. I think I will take my horse. And
Enjoy.
out of the shadow, you see this black stallion. Unlike most horses, this one, however, has like a shadow mane that seems to just kind of slowly vanish into the air as it kind of goes
Nice.
about in the wind.
Kinda like
And when it snorts, you swear, just for an instant, that you see a little bit of fire coming out. But you're not entirely sure.
Oh gosh, do we have
Demon
any
horses.
World of Warcraft references?
Yep, pretty much. Alright, so, and with that, Akron arrives, and you guys have your full party ready to set out for the Vampire Lands.
Hold it now. Who's this person over here? I point. And who's that? Wait, I know that person. That's like the giant beanstalk. Okay. Well, who's this person over here? I point at Akron.
I am Captain Akron of the Guards. I was told to lead you on this journey.
Oh god. Alright, very well. Carry on, Captain of the Gods. I bow my head respectfully.
Alrighty. So with that, you, I'm assuming, depart for the Vampire Lands. It's not the most arduous of journeys. However, you do, as you guys kind of travel this road up to Cebu, initially, essentially you're seeing a whole bunch of the country folk, essentially trying to set up, when they have time between farming, etc., to set up like barricades in case the armies of the undead manage to get down here. It looks rather ineffectual, really, and it's kind of like, oh shit, last minute kind of like prep, is kind of the feeling you guys get from it. It essentially takes you roughly a week on horseback to actually make it to Cebu, give or take. Unless you guys want to try and push your mounts.
No. That would be stupid.
We have other means of getting there. I have a wicked grin underneath my mask.
The entire time we're going, Kustrak is singing traveling songs.
Okay.
The whole time.
You know, Casimir's gonna join in as many as he can.
I just roll my eyes.
And
like,
he's got the booze.
Why? Why me today?
I feel like I would sing for the first day, but after
Casimir.
the shortness wears off, I get tired. And
Casimir asked Kustrak if you'd like some of his ale.
No, thank you. I don't drink.
Casimir continues drinking and singing as well.
All right.
Talk to Rafik and practice a different language that probably does not sound very appeasing to the rest of the group.
Yeah, not really.
Kustrak sings louder to drown it out.
Okay.
Casimir
Come on, Gillen, I know you know this one.
Casimir takes this as a competition and sings even louder.
Oh my gosh, a drunken
Where's-
Irish Wow.
Man, I'm glad we're dying at the end of this session. I mean, I looked at Kitlin quietly.
All right. So you guys make it to Cebu. The immediate thing that you notice is just how protected it looks. Unlike the other cities where you'll see like the town guards, etc., the guards on this one look like they have seen, like they're all veterans of combat of some sort, it appears.
They have seen some shit.
Yeah, they've seen some shit. And when you guys kind of approach, they look wary of you up until they see Akron. When they see Akron, they give this salute where they have a closed fist over their chest plate and just kind of salute as Akron comes in.
Heck yeah, Akron, you got some street cred.
Akron's got a lot of street cred with Cebu.
Is everyone seeing something?
Hold on, let me make sure you've got sight on this one.
Tony's zigzagging.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, I see everything.
Yeah, for some reason the map is black, let me know, because that means I forgot to put has sight as one of the options for you.
Huh.
Alright. And then Akron gets here. Alright, so what is the first thing you guys would like to do once you hit Cebu? You have been on the road for about a week, so news has been fairly scarce as to what's happening because all of the citizens are being pulled towards the cities. So you guys haven't seen much in the way of travelers up until you start getting closer to Cebu, and then even then they don't really know what's going on either because they're coming from somewhere else to go to this place.
Is there a lawmaster here in this town?
Cebu is more of a fort than like a town. It does have like town elements to it, but it is more driven for war than an actual normal town.
Okay, then find the one in charge here and ask what's going on.
Okay.
Any news, any kind of news.
Okay. So you guys find essentially the equivalent of the daytime lieutenant, and go ahead and ask.
All right, so we just have come from Deva, and we're on our way to the Badlands, and we need to find out information about said lands before we enter and know what we're getting into.
And who might you be?
They call me Lady Kitlin.
Lady Kitlin, unfortunately, we cannot give out that information to civilians.
Civilians?
Even if we were sent here by Lady Mara?
He kind of looks around. Where is your letter of writ?
I pull out my letter of writ. I know she gave
I
us one.
sneeze.
He kind of looks it over, and you see him kind of dragging his feet. Apparently he's used to having like civilians like asking questions, and he doesn't like giving the answers for one reason or another.
Civilians.
Can I offer him a glass of ale?
Give
I
us
pat you on the back, Kustra.
Come now, the lady has called us forth on this mission. Surely you know me at least.
He looks up, and he immediately snaps to attention. Captain Akron, I apologize, sir. I didn't know you were here. And he immediately relays the information in a very fast-paced manner. The 3 towns are besieged, my lady, sir.
Sir.
He slips up because he's thinking about you, but he's actually reporting to Captain Akron.
The
Good
military
cover,
thing that
Nick.
happens
Good
all the
cover.
time.
Yep, pretty much. The three cities have been besieged, Captain. We have been seeing a large fighting force actually drawing through the besieged cities. We think we can hold them for a little bit, but we're going to need reinforcements. And we are going to need them soon.
Reinforcements were being found by Our Lady as well as the others that sat at her table. Currently, just protect the populace as you can. If we have to move them somewhere safer, we may have to put them all on the road.
He nods at that. You should know something else, Captain. We found
Yes?
one of your scouts. The news isn't good.
What was the news?
It's best if you see for yourself, sir.
Take me to him.
Okay. He snaps salute, heads off towards what appears to be the dungeons, would be the spot that you know.
Ooh.
Do we all get to come?
What did your scout do?
You're with Captain Akron at this point. So,
So I want to see what happened to him.
okay. So as you guys follow along behind Captain Akron and
Just skipping
the
and whistling
lieutenant,
as I go.
the lieutenant kind of looks back like, the hell is this one's problem? But doesn't really say anything because he doesn't really know how to handle this since Captain Akron seems okay with it.
Doesn't bother him. Why should it bother us?
Essentially, as you guys head in towards the dungeons, you guys survey like the central tower that's in the middle of the entire facility, and it's a fairly large rounded tower. And from one of the upper observatories, you guys see a gentleman who, he looks rather old, but as he kind of like leans down, he notices your group and he notices Akron specifically. He actually kind of gives like a half-hearted wave almost. And you can see that he's actually fairly well muscled, even for his advanced age. This gentleman that is waving, his name is Gillix. Commander Gillix. He's actually the one in charge of the fort / castle town.
Can I offer him some of my ale?
He's up in the tower. You can't even like yell at him. He's so high up.
Oh.
You also see him kind of snap open what appears to be like a spyglass of some sort, and he continues to survey. As you guys descend into the dungeons, you're hit with a smell of mildew and just like general wetness. If you've ever been into a cave that just stinks to high hell, this is what the dungeon smells like.
Thank God I'm drunk.
Yep. As you guys descend, the lieutenant at a point stops to get a couple of torches for you guys and passes them back to those that need them, lighting them along the way. You guys ultimately are hitting checkpoints along the way too, and they all snap a salute at Captain Akron. Some of them mumble something along the lines of the survivor of the purge, stuff like that as well.
Great, there was a purge.
And you survived it.
Yep.
Probably the only one.
Apparently not the only one. Kind of.
Oh. I was just one of them, but there weren't that many.
As you guys descend, you start to hear what sounds like banging. Like fists banging on metal, like rods, essentially. Yeah, something like that, but more metallic.
Oh, I'm so excited. My character's all laughing and giggling.
Even more metallic than that. It sounds like heavy wrought iron.
Chains.
Yep, pretty much. As you guys go deeper in, it gets darker and darker, and you guys are now starting to see your breath. It's so cold down here. From your experience, Akron, you know that the dungeon really isn't used here for, like, people. It's not really designed for people. It's more designed for other stuff.
Yeah.
Other creatures, essentially. And you know that where you're going deeper, this is going to be for some of the worst of the worst. Anyway,
Those
what's up?
with light stomachs turn back.
I've been gone for like 10 years, by the way. I am so far out of here. I'm hanging out with the first guy that we spoke to, just like, hey, got a giant beetle. How you doing?
He kind of like is like, huh? But then he kind of engages because he knows what's down at the end of this, and he doesn't want to know go any further, but he has to. So he's trying to maintain calm by talking to you about your beetle. Oh, that's good.
Gotcha.
You have a giant beetle?
Yep, I mingle with him for a time being while you guys progress
Okay.
the story.
Okay. And you continue deeper and deeper, and eventually you come to the area that you need to be. You see your scout. He looks normal. No indication of wounds or anything like that until he turns and looks at you. One of his eyes is completely gone. The other eye, it has like this faint, like bluish glow to it, which is a fairly telltale sign of the undead that you've seen, and it's a very big sign of the thinking dead. As you guys approach, you see that he has these gigantic, manacled, like chains. He's chained to the floor, and yet you can see the chains straining against him as he tries to come forward to attack you.
That's not
When was
good.
he found?
He was found 3 days ago, Captain. He took an entire squadron to take out.
And the squadron's missing.
The squadron's dead, Captain. We know where they're at. We burned the bodies as per protocol.
Better they die than they rise.
And he just kind of bows his head and mutters something.
Oh, can I make a knowledge forbidden roll to see what happened to him?
Sure, go for it.
What's my difficulty?
This is going to be daunting.
4
Casman
or
doesn't
5?
fully
4.
grasp it until he sees
Formidable is 5.
the poor guy, and then he spits out his a little bit. It's kind of a shock. He doesn't do a full spit take, but just a slight jolt.
So you're not sure how this.
Crap.
So you're not sure how this was accomplished, but you catch a faint whiff with your magical senses of dark magic. Ancient dark magic.
Since magic, do I think I can counterspell it? Because his knowledge would be very useful.
You can try.
Alright. What's my difficulty?
Go ahead and roll me a formidable check with 3 reds.
Oh god, you had to do this to me.
Yep.
Get it. Come on, Tyson. You got it. Easy dub.
I'm gonna step back and I'm going. If I speak, can I make a knowledge roll to see if I speak in a angelic or demon? Maybe it would help me in this case. Give me a boost.
Which one would you like to try and speak in?
To counterspell a spell has to be same. I prefer to do the demonic.
Okay, go ahead and take a boost.
Sweet. I am going to pull out a knife and I'm going to slit my face.
Okay.
So I get an automatic success from
Okay.
one of my talents.
Okay.
So I have blood dripping. My hands start sweeping the air. I stop and I look at everybody and go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to attempt to counterspell this."
Why?
I explain,
I'm glad I'm not
everyone's
there.
probably wondering why I'm waving my hands and speaking some, black magic, but you know what?
Casman takes another drink.
Everyone roll me a discipline check. Tyson, is that what you just rolled your average Arcana roll?
No. You want me to make a?
No. What's your average Arcana? What do you roll for Arcana for the good side?
Oh, for the good side?
Yeah. Like, what do you normally roll? Not the difficulty dice, but what do you roll for Arcana as a base roll?
Oh. Arcana, not with my intellect, is a 2.
Okay, so you're... So,
2 purple is average.
what I'm asking is... I'm trying to set up a challenge where they're basing this discipline check off of your Arcana. What do they need to roll as red and purples?
Oh, it'd be 2 reds and 3 purples.
All right, guys, roll me that discipline check.
I'm fucked.
No, 2 reds, 3 purples.
Reroll yours,
Okay.
Christina.
Thank you.
2 reds, 3 purples.
Well, fuck.
Aaron, you get a boost for this, so reroll yours as well, because you're a
Oh fuck.
holy cleric, essentially. Okay, so far nobody has succeeded, from what I can
tell
see.
everyone.
I have 4 successes and 4 advantages.
And a
then-
despair.
Oh.
All right.
Isaac, you didn't roll any purples.
Aaron did well
I
and
did.
despaired too. All right, Tyson, roll your thing. Let's see what happens.
How many reds do I need to roll again?
Oh, wait, yeah,
3.
no, I missed it.
3 reds, 2 purples.
May I
It's
use
2
a
reds,
story
3
point?
purples.
How do I use a story point?
You type in Destiny.
I gotta redo it.
You type in something like that, and then it'll change it over. So I already did it for you, so don't worry about changing it. You're good there.
Oh, okay. So
All
exclamation.
right, there we go. This one's mine.
Okay.
Nope.
The other one I did was wrong.
Okay. All right. So everybody keep track of your thing, because I need to know who succeeded. Holy shit.
What?
I really did not
Fuck is
succeed.
this? My thing's
Oh wait,
still...
no, wait. Hold on. A triumph. 3 failures, 3 threats, and 1 triumph.
Okay,
Wow,
so...
my rolls are so shit today.
Yep.
All right, so...
I
Tyson,
can't believe that.
as you speak the ancient demonic language, or demonic in general...
Hold up.
Go
Hold
ahead.
up.
I'm holding.
Well, I realized I can't do it. I got 3 X's. I have like no successes. Oh well.
Nope.
Yeah, I was going to say you have 2... Technically 2 successes, because one of those is canceled by an automatic success, or 2 failures.
Yeah.
Anyway, as you speak demonic, the creature howls in rage and pain. It yanks on the chains, and you hear the walls actually like almost crumbling behind it as it yanks and tries to break its way free. The entire room around you guys is actually shaking from this creature's rushes. For those of you who failed with despair, so I believe that was just Aaron?
Yep.
Okay.
I had threats. So no.
You feel this stuff kind of resonating through you, and it just completely and utterly feels so wrong that you're debilitated for the rest of the session. Because this is such dark magic. You take 1 setback anytime you go to cast a divine spell.
Wow.
Fuck, okay.
Anyway. For those of you who failed but had a triumph, I think, which is only Isaac, you've heard this before. Like this anti-magic counter with demonic. It reverberates within your bones, and it actually is so deep that you would almost think that this is instinct. Instinctually, you know exactly what he did wrong and needs to actually do to fix it. To try and break through this curse, if need be.
Okay, but I can't place it.
You know it instinctively. You could theoretically, if you had some sort of magic, you could cast it yourself, but you might be able to talk Gors through it to actually succeed.
Okay, I'll try to do that.
Okay. So Tyson, go ahead and re-roll. You're going to actually get 5 yellows on this roll and decrease the check by 1 purple.
No.
Okay. Okay. What you gonna do? Okay. You can trust me. I know what I'm talking. Okay.
You're
I'm a little
drunk.
bit drunk.
How do you know what? Boy.
I'm not even gonna listen to him if he's drunk. My character just looks at you and shakes her head no.
I know what I'm talking about. Okay.
That's wonderful. I'm so grateful for you. I look at the rest of the group because they all seem to be scared at some point, and I'm like, either you need to cover yours or exit the building, just sort of move further back. I explain it to them. I'm going to attempt to cast it.
I'm moving further back because this is unsettling.
Yeah, moving further back.
Okay.
Kushrok is on his knees praying to the book.
So wait, hold on. This is pivotal. Are you gonna take my help or not?
No.
Okay.
I apologize. My character would not accept your help with magic to cast a spell.
All right. So you essentially, as you're like trying to explain how this works, Gors appears to actually kind of figure it out, and completely and utterly just dispels this curse upon this poor soul. He immediately, you see the rippling muscles that he's trying to rip out of the chains and stuff with, immediately goes slack, and his arms literally thud to the ground, and he cannot physically move. These chains are so heavy. With both eyes sightless now, he kind of like looks up in your guys' direction-ish. Where am I?
You're back at the keep.
Captain? Is that you?
I am here. Yes, could you tell me what you saw?
He starts to shudder and shake. And you hear him just start repeating one word over and over and over again. Ceres. Ceres.
Oh, no!
Ceres. And then he just face plants onto the floor.
I hate her.
What was that? It was weird.
We're all listening to Christina's mic. Listen closely.
Yeah, she needs to die. She needs to die. Like yesterday, needs to die.
For what she did to my men, this is certainly true.
Was she the same person who
Yes.
had me tied up?
Mm-hmm.
Same person.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's get her.
So, congrats, Ceres made a common enemy even of the captain of the guards. Yeah.
All right. So, at this point, the lieutenant, who's looking over at Gors, like, are we really going to allow this demon spawned spellcaster like live?
Demon spawn spellcaster may have just saved a person.
Stand down.
I'm gonna have Rafik stand next to me. I go, don't even think about it.
Lieutenant, stand down.
The lieutenant very, very slowly takes his hand off of his sword, shaking as he does so. Aye, Captain.
Get this man to the infirmary.
He goes and gets the keys, comes back, and they come in and they begin to unshackle after they've checked to make sure that this isn't going to happen. Captain, he's dead.
Fuck.
Oh, quick! I go. Can I have some of his hair, please?
No.
No.
No, it's
Burn him like the rest.
We can find where Ceres is. I can just use his hair.
Why don't you just take a finger?
No, that's too much, man. That's gross. Why would you chop off someone's finger? You're a priest. That's horrible.
I thought things would be easy. I resume praying.
100% yes. No. Why would you even?
I can just a strand of hair if you could help me. Just a piece of his hair off his head.
You know, you could just, as he walks by, brush his fingers through your fingers to his hair and get some loose strands that fall out there.
I was trying to be respectful and ask for it from the
Can
captain of
I-
the guards.
It sounds even more disrespectful because you're trying to mess with the corpse.
Nah, I'm gonna steal
He's
a
messed with
strand.
more corpses in worse ways.
I like how even the follower of a book's like, this is the least worst thing we've seen.
Right?
I'm being respectful to the captain of the guards and asking if I can have a strand of his hair from his head to help locate our enemy.
What the fuck is wrong with you today?
And avenge his death.
No need to worry. He will be reborn.
Can
What are we all talking about? I'm asking the guy that. I'm asking the captain of the guards. I'm asking, can we get one strand of his hair, and I can locate Cirrus using her magical power that was on him to help me do a location spell and avenge his death. Is that okay?
Take only the littlest you can.
All right. Thank you so much. And so that's what I'll do.
The lieutenant and the other guard actually, as you approach, you can tell they really, really, really don't like this. But at a nod from Akron, essentially, they back down again.
I'm going to speak in the angelic form now and tell them thank you very much. So it'll be a very soothing answer for them.
Okay. They kind of look at you, and for an instant, they're like appeased and kind of their eyes glaze over in a happy manner, and then they like realize what just happened, and they look at you, and they're like torn between like, should we fear the? Actually, they completely fear you at this point.
So I grab a
Congrats.
piece of hair and I return to my spot.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to use the spell now.
With that, they grab some cloth that they keep for just such a purpose, lay it over the body, tuck it underneath so they can carry, and then bring the body up for proper burning. With that, the lieutenant, as he kind of passes, Captain, there's nothing more for you to see down here. Unfortunately, the scout here was the only one down here.
At least he did not go alone. And he was freed from this curse.
And the gentleman, or the lieutenant, if only we were all so lucky, and he gets that haunted stare that you've seen before.
Hey, the 1,000-yard stare.
Yep. My friends have been killed, and I had to kill them again. Stare.
All my friends are dead, and now it's because of me too. Yay.
Don't sound too excited about it.
All right, so with that, I'm assuming you guys are going to depart the dungeon, or do you guys have further business you'd like to do down here?
I'm departing the dungeon. There's no reason for me to be in here.
I'm getting the fuck out.
Okay.
I'll probably be going to this burning, seeing how he was one of my men.
Okay.
I also want to see about talking to the lieutenant and figuring out which of the routes the scout was on when they were attacked.
Okay. Alrighty, so you attend the burning, the others get out of the dungeon. Gores, what are you doing?
I am going to be extremely careful with all these guards around because obviously they're on to me. Maybe I don't know what gave it away. Possibly my Malux. So I'm gonna carefully have Rafik follow me around as I tiptoe around the courtyard with the hair in my hands. My one hand.
Okay.
Carefully, I'm tiptoeing. It looks very not assuming.
All right. Through the two of them. Yep, I was just thinking that too. All you see is like skeletal hands holding like tulips.
That's what all my characters do.
All right. So the rest of you, you guys collect Rudy on the way out. he looks a little less perturbed than you guys do because he didn't see half of what you guys just saw.
No,
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah, let's go.
What was that white cloth?
You know it. You're pretty sure it's a body. There's no way to hide a body under a cloth.
Yeah, I'm making light of the situation.
Yeah.
All
The
right,
guards
never
kind of
mind.
glare at you as you do that, by the way.
Okay. Screw those guys. I'm cool. I got played recently in game. Thank you, Jackie. What? Alright, continue.
Alright, so you guys head up. The burning itself is kind of a very somber deal. It's not much for ceremony, just because they have to get the bodies burnt fairly quickly around here. But you do notice that while the guards on the walls, etc., are watching as they need to, every so often one of them will turn around and kind of give the same hand-to-chest salute. Some of the closer ones, you can actually see them murmuring something. As far as the lieutenant and getting the routes, essentially he was on the northernmost slopes route. What they call the Ice Death.
Oh, that sounds like a very happy place to go.
Yeah,
Totally,
most of the
yeah.
routes here are not that great. The Ice Death is one of the more remote paths, but it's also one of the most vital. Essentially what it is this whole area right here on the map is impassable by anybody, save for one route that follows along the mountains.
They're securing that route.
Yep, pretty much.
And is that one of the few routes to get to the 3 cities that are besieged?
There's the best route to take is actually this main entry area here. Essentially, what you'd want to do is there's a little dirt goat trail essentially that kind of goes up towards the 3 cities, and it kind of merges off like this. Is essentially what it does.
Wow, your handwriting's so good on this. I couldn't do that. It would be all worse.
So anyway, that's kind of how to get to the cities. That would be the best route. It's usually the safest. Unfortunately, with the 3 cities being besieged, that's probably not the safest route. Basically, for those of you who have lived on this turtle before, Kitlin and Akron, you guys are well aware of the dangers here. You guys have not seen a horde this large ever. Like this hasn't been talked about in generations.
Oh boy, this is not good.
A horde this size had to have been built slowly and over time, and whoever is orchestrating this is very, very close to taking out this turtle.
How did nobody notice this being created? How could they not see this?
Telling you, those fucking demons.
Oh my.
I blame the internet and video games.
Earmuffs, Rafik, earmuffs.
Okay. Rafik puts covers hands over ears. Completely befuddled to why you're having Rafik do this.
Because of Aaron's comments. Isn't he one?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so they're earmuffs. Doesn't hear Aaron.
Those fucking demons. They don't allow life to be replenished the way it should be.
This is not good. We need an army of our own because we can't do that on our own.
Well, maybe you can't.
You know what? We need some sort of divine intervention, right? You know,
Totally,
I'm not
yes.
a follower of Habuk, but if you got his divine smite on your side, oh my gosh, that might be fun.
I definitely
Learning
do.
their accents.
You could probably turn some undead while you're at
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. That's my plan.
it.
Around this time, you guys start to hear some horns blaring. Looking,
They're coming.
yeah, pretty much. The guards on the walls immediately begin heading towards ballista that have been specially modified. Essentially, you see them loading on arrows, and the arrows, or the bolts for the ballista, have this round, kind of knobby-ish looking section right behind the head. And the head doesn't look quite like a normal ballista head either. If anything, it looks rather flimsy to be on a ballista.
So, what's with the special ammo?
The lieutenant, the lieutenant, kind of looks over at Akron. Captain, these are kind of a new order. You might have missed it when you headed for Deva to report for us. If you, with your permission, I can explain what they are and how they work.
Please proceed. It seems like we won't have a demonstration soon enough.
That was really loud, and I heard none of what you were actually trying to say.
I think she said a
Please.
demonstration would be enough.
Please proceed, and I suppose we'll have a demonstration soon enough.
He nods. Follow me, please, and I will show you to the wall where you can see what it does. And he kind of starts walking towards some nearby stairs that lead to the top of the wall. Along the way, for those following, he explains that the bolts, the way they're designed, the knobby bit is actually filled with a special kind of alchemical oil. Something similar to... I'm trying to think of the oil that they used back in the day that we have no idea how to actually create. Greek fire. Similar to Greek fire. Only this stuff is worse than Greek fire supposedly was. Essentially what happens is when the bolt impacts into the earth, the special way that the bolt head is created creates a spark, a couple of sparks actually, quite a few, and it causes this oil to ignite. And the oil just kind of spreads across the ground very quickly, and it burns for days.
That sounds terrible for the environment.
Oh, it is absolutely the worst.
Congrats, it's napalm.
Yep, pretty much. They've weaponized napalm for ballista.
Yes, sounds like it.
Can I think of a way to make that a holy fire?
Make that what now?
Make it holy fire.
You could try to convert it. How would you like to try and convert it to holy fire?
Holy fire, you know, we're just...
I would insert dwarf, have him do...
I can try and
right?
bestow a blessing via a book and imbue it with magic.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a divine conjure spell. Let's see here. Magic.
Explain this to Kustrock, because he's way better at divine than I.
Just like picking him up and like setting him in front of this, like do a
I'll
thing.
give him a boost.
Okay, so this is going to be... Actually, this is probably more of... Yeah, it's still a conjure, but it has to be that. Huh. Okay. Kind of. It's actually more like an augmentation. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a hard, with one setback, divine augmentation.
Oh, can he get a boost because I'm explaining it to him?
Sure. You're attempting to assist him.
I'm assisting.
Yep.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Nice. Alright, so as you walk down the line of these ballista, kind of out of the corner of your eye, watching as a horde, and the best one I can describe this horde is picture, quite literally, if you guys have seen I'm trying to think of the name of the movie, it's the one where they've got like these beasts coming for the Great Wall.
Yeah.
Picture
Like
that, but with
Damien?
zombies. Yeah. Picture that, but with a shit ton of zombies. And other, like, skeletal beings. You actually see a few ghouls in there, too. And they appear to be leading, almost.
Mm.
Huh, that makes me wonder if it's going to turn into World War Z, where they can actually scale the walls.
Quite possibly, if they get close enough.
Don't give him ideas.
Oh, don't worry, I'd already thought of that, Christina. These are thinking dead. They're not the dumb variety.
I bet those ghouls used to be hotties, but now they're just.
But as you kind of walk along, you get
Did
But were
this...
they thotties?
Some of them. Not
Damn.
all, but some of them.
Those poor thoughts.
As you walk along the wall, Kustrak kind of blessing each and every like stack of ballista, because you have like crates of these ballista as well that you're doing. You feel a calmness come over you that you haven't felt in a while. As you continue to walk and you start to get a little fatigued every time you cast this, a little more, you feel almost reinvigorated upon doing this. And at one point, as you kind of sweat pouring down your face and it's just getting all in your eyes, you look up and you swear you see Habuk standing before you. And he just nods.
I weep. I just straight weep. Kustrak, any amount of affirmation is what he needs, and he starts weeping loudly and in everywhere.
Okay.
Hi. Since I'm standing next to him, assisting him, I'll pat him on the shoulder and go, I have that effect on people. It's okay.
As Gorse touches your shoulder, you swear that you feel Habuk place a hand upon one of your shoulders, and kind of you feel like leaning forward as he pulls you in. And he whispers something into your ear. Find me at the stone.
Yes, I will. I will find you. Anything.
I look around, I go, this is really strange.
As you finish, you essentially have to collapse to rest, because you have just done essentially something like 100 different ballista bolts, just on this one section of wall, with this divine holy fire.
I curl up on the ground, no bed, just like on the wall, on the ground, and just sleep right in the middle, right in the center of the walkway.
Fuck.
Sorry, Captain of the Guard. Dwarfs and stonework, you know.
Oh, totally, yes.
Quietly weeping to myself while I sleep.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys watch this undead armada essentially approach, all of the guards you can visibly see, even though they're veterans of war, a lot of them, you start to smell something like bitter on the air. Ridiculously bitter. And it's coming from more than one source. It smells acidic.
Aww. Bless him.
I'll be right back.
I like how you guys know exactly what's going on. And I don't have to say anything more.
No, it's like, aw. Bless him.
They look very shaken. One of the newer troops actually is shaking so bad that the axe that he uses to... Or not the axe, but the hammer that he uses to release the bolt is shaking to the point where it's banging up and down on the wall. And it's kind of making a terrifying tempo for everybody else that is just completely like, fuck.
You need to step in and like, okay. You need to take a break. I'm sure we
Should I
can-
try to rally the men?
Yeah, if you want to try and rally them, go ahead and roll me a leadership check.
Cool.
All right, so to rally these guys around you, you need to roll me a. And sorry, give me a second. I got to get to leadership because it actually has a chart for me. Woohoo! That I can use. Where is leadership? Skills. Alrighty. Wait, this is a social skill. I'm in the wrong section anyway. Go figure. Nope, that's magic. Where's my social? There it is. Where the heck did it go? Okay, go ahead and give me a hard leadership check. So that'd be
Okay, so
3
that's-
purples.
You got this.
Wow, does she got this?
Yeah, she does.
All right, describe how you rally these troops to you
Present.
and around
This
you.
one.
Oh Lord.
Thank you so much.
So let's see. I have my weapon is an axe. Is there something I can crash the axe onto that would sound sufficiently loud to draw some attention to me?
The stone wall, yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably rap it against the wall a few times, and then yell to the men, "Hold together! We've done this before, we'll do this again. The numbers are nothing if we just will ourselves not to fall."
They all kind of look at you, and you see like a measure of hope returning. The one before you, the youngest one, actually clattering, his hands steady. You see the actual guy on the wall that actually commands the ballista. He steps forward and he hands you a hammer. Captain,
Okay.
on your order, and he steps back, giving you a salute. The younger guard steps to the side to allow you space next to the ballista.
All right, I'll step up next
Time
to
to carnival
the
this shit.
When it seems they're in good range, I'll fire.
All right. So as you go to raise your hammer to swing, you see the rest of them raise their hammers in unison, and you come crashing down, and you just see 20 bolts go flying forward through the air.
Magically.
Nice.
On the coattails of it, from the bolts, they change color in flight. They were kind of a rusted iron brownish color, but as they go through the air, all of them change to this very crimson red. The bolts impact, and fire just suddenly scatters across the entire ground. If the undead would wail, you would swear you hear wailing coming from their ranks as this fire hits them. Some of the undead manage to stagger through, but not very far past, and they collapse. Burning, and they just completely burn up. Not even bodies left behind.
I'm assuming there's cheering from the
From us. From us.
If you guys start it, the other guards seem to just jump in with it. Some of them hugging, others of them essentially realize what they've done, and they essentially, you see them grabbing straw and stuff from the boxes that hold the bolts, and trying to hide it from the ladies, stuff it down to soak up some of the ick.
There's only one lady here.
Only one.
2. Thank you very much.
I'm sure, yeah.
The wall commander kind of looks towards all of you. A good volley, and it will hold for a time, but this is not stopped.
I agree. This won't stop until Cirrus is dead.
Oh, which reminds me, we can track her down.
All right. So, I'm assuming you're going to try and roll for it or something.
Oh, are we ready to go now?
It's up to you guys. This battle has
The longer-
been stalled, essentially.
The longer we wait, the more likely they can go around whatever we just did.
Yeah, we need to go.
Kustark gets up. The book told me to meet him at the stone. I feel that's where we need to go. I don't know. That's all I got.
Why, that's cryptic.
I can't help you.
Quick,
That's all I
where's
know.
the stone? I look at the captain of the guards.
The stone?
Yeah.
Which stone exactly?
I assume it's one of magical importance.
Well, yeah, but where is it?
I can't tell you that. He didn't tell me.
Why didn't you ask?
Well, I guess we'll find it soon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the hair, and I'm going to use it as like the stick in the water.
Okay.
Rude
And
and
I'm
kicked
going to
me.
cast my spell for location of spirits.
All right. Go ahead and roll it.
And since I've seen them before, I'll picture in my mind.
Okay.
What do I need on the difficulty of this?
This is going to be a utility spell, so we're just going to say that it's going to be an average check, so 2 purple.
Okay.
All right, so as you use your magic to get a feel for where Ceres is, and you're very, very sure you know where Ceres is, the hair itself begins to emit blood in the water.
Ooh.
Looking down upon it, who's all here actually looking at what Gors is doing?
I am.
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Kustark
no.
is not.
Okay.
Kustark does
Probably
not
not.
affiliate himself with demon magic.
Why am I always demon magic?
Honestly,
Demon magic.
Honestly, I'd probably still be rallying the men at the wall, especially the younger one that was so nervous holding the hammer before.
Okay. All right, so you rally them, and you're actually leading them in how to reload the ballista better, so that they can actually quickly traverse back and forth to engage further distances and other trajectories. Some of this is not, a lot of this isn't new to them, but you have a specific way of showing them that makes it quicker for them.
Fuck yeah, no wonder I took agility. Coordination. Fuck.
There you go. See? Everything comes back together in the end. For those of you looking into the bowl, Gors included, go ahead and roll me a daunting discipline or cool check.
Okay.
Oh, me too?
Yep, you too.
Oh, jeez. Do I get a
That.
boost because of my nature?
Sure, I'll give you a boost.
I do have
Reptilians
discipline.
are cool, is that what you said?
Yep, discipline or cool. It's going to be a daunting check, so 4 purples.
Oh,
Got it. Nope, I don't got it.
Nope, Christina, you're not going to do well. Dyson, you do okay.
Oh. I only
Isaac?
take I only suffer 2 strain because of my resolve. Your talent.
Hey, Isaac, were you looking into the bowl too, or was it just Christina?
No, I was looking into it.
All right, go ahead and give me a daunting discipline or cool check.
Alright, let me just see which one.
Hello? Oh,
Hi.
you can totally hear this.
Yep.
Give me just a second. I need to run upstairs and use the bathroom. I'm going on push it off so you don't hear anything terrifying.
All right. We don't want to hear any more of the guardsmen losing their control.
Aww.
All right, and then you said daunting is 4 purple, right?
Yes, 4 purple. Okay. You're very lucky you're drunk. Let's put it this way. You're very lucky. Christina, basically all three of you, as the hair essentially begins to burn on this bloody water, as it does so, the fire actually seems to open like an eye, and you see this demonic being essentially looking at you through this blood. And you hear a voice. There you are.
And then I'll look back at him and go, oh, there you go. How do you do that deep voice? And I give him the middle of the finger. That's pretty good. Wow, and I look at Isaac's character. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, I guess I'm just ladylike.
Your death will not be easy. And then the eye closes behind it. Essentially, you need to go north. The hair, as it kind of like burns, it's like basically northwest is the direction that the hair is pointing towards before it burns into nothing.
After that,
So, I don't know the silence. I don't know the silence. What's northwest? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So this area is hold on. That area right here is north. So if you go northwest, you're going roughly that way.
This way.
What were you saying, Isaac?
After all that, my character just looks at his ale and just pours it out.
Yeah.
This stuff must be spoiled and old. I would have swore I saw an eye. Rubs eyes.
No, I don't know how much of that was real, but this ain't good. This cannot be good. He's gonna be sober. I mean, he's gonna get more talkative.
As you guys continue to talk, the fire continues to burn. You guys start to see like a very dark smog being formed on this stuff.
Oh,
and
I put that out.
The fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
No!
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fire from the bowl.
No. I'm talking the holy fire from the field.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You start to see a very thick black smoke, similar to when you start to burn oil, but a lot thicker and blacker. And it starts to waft your direction on the wind.
We need to get going.
Yep.
Like,
I whistle and pull, and a large carpet comes out.
Okay.
Carpet? I assume if my character doesn't have a map, do we all know the map or no?
If you guys would like, you can obtain a very rudimentary map from
Like
this.
the one we have in
Pretty
front of
much,
us?
yeah.
I would say it's the pyramids. I mean, stone, pyramid, undead, northwest. I mean, it's classic, really.
Actually, tell you what, I'll do you one even better. You guys have an animated map. One of the local mages here actually hands you what appears to be something similar to a Plantari stone from Lord of the Rings. Picture it smaller, though, something like baseball-sized. And using a command word, you guys can actually pop up a map of the turtle.
Wow.
Nice.
The captain has connections.
I'm gonna ask one of the people here. Just ask around about if the stone or whatever he could have been talking about.
They have no idea.
Fair enough.
It's the pyramid.
Bill Cipher, anybody? No one grabbed
No one grabbed what?
Gravity
What?
Falls, the show.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I don't watch TV.
I watched it a long time ago.
said, like one of my favorite shows.
It is really good.
Around this
Mabel?
time, the dark smoke is actually starting to get to you guys, and the people on the wall begin to cough very, very hard. And then they start to wrap like cloth around their faces. And even then, it's almost unbearable. Everyone roll me an average resilience check.
I was about to ask if I could find some or grow some
Could I do something?
herbs or something as a
I mean, it took a few moments before it got really bad, right?
Yeah.
Can I have just a strong wind blow it the other direction? Can I roll for that?
Go ahead and roll me a. How far do you want this wind to blow?
I want it to blow towards our opponent.
Okay, so you want it from where you're at all the way to the undead.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me. Let's see. Go ahead and roll me 5 purples.
Oh God.
I was gonna see if I could roll some.
Wait, I'm gonna use my once per session. I'm gonna get rid of the one that has the since I only need one success to make this work. The one the X. Oh, I can do it twice now. With the X and the so I have an advantage and a success.
Okay. You conjure a wind that comes funneling from essentially the east. And it's kind of a colder wind, and it blows the smoke back. The exertion of it is exhausting. You're probably not going to be able to keep this up for long periods of time.
No, I just wanted just for right now so we can get on the carpet and go.
Okay.
Let's go. We're
I was
dilly
gonna see if I could grow some or
I'm already
find
on the
some
carpet.
plants that will help me breathe around it, or at least slightly better.
Okay. Some of the guardsmen give you a cloth. This is about the best that we've got. And inside you see it has like this little like herbal like paste that will kind of
It's a
help you
poultice.
breathe. Yeah, you've got a poultice in a mask. For some reason, outside of your knowledge and well away from this universe, you hear the term bubonic plague, though you have no idea what that means.
Huh? Oh, what?
God, did anyone else hear that?
What?
What? Huh?
I heard
All right.
about like a bubonic plague. I don't know. It's weird.
What the fuck's
All right,
a
we
plague?
take off.
All right, so you guys hop aboard the magic carpet ride to a whole new world.
This
God.
black
One without the
trails of
logo?
energy and silver.
And that's about as much as I can say.
Silver
But copyright.
threads and tasks.
So, you guys begin. Which way are you heading, and how high are you doing this?
Northwest, and
Hi, my
I'm
name.
not going to go so high where we're freezing ourselves to death.
Okay.
Oh.
But
So,
not so low where people are jumping at us.
okay, so
Oh.
probably about 200, 300 feet up, give or take.
Right.
All right.
We don't have to worry about a mountain path.
So you guys kind of draw me the route you're wanting to take north, I guess. Northwest.
Okay, wait. I will not do this. Captain of the Guard, I nominate you. Carpet driver.
You want me to drive?
Yep, you're the driver. So you need to draw an arrow. You need to draw the line of which we go.
May I make a
And
suggestion? You
I
can
don't know
totally
if
at the
I don't
refrigerator.
think we should fly over a city, I tell you.
Hey guys, whoever's doing that, stop doing that. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you, Tony.
Game plan. If we're trying to avoid the wind, I'd keep a mountain between us. I'm on your
So,
map, and I'm just doing just what I hear from you guys. I'm currently trying to find dinner.
No worries.
So like this way right here, blocks around the mountain.
You could always take the frozen death path, kind of follow that by air.
Yeah,
I think that. You have a what?
I have a bad vibe about going through the death trap.
I mean, the only other option we really have is to go around and then go over the forest.
That's true. We could do that.
Yeah, in the forest, I'm pretty good with forest areas.
It's up
So
to
if you wanna
whoever
go
wants
around
to go that way, because who's flying the carpet, I guess, because you guys would
The
be
captain of the guard.
okay. So is that the route you guys are following?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
All right. So you guys
Do I have
hop
to do a
on
driving check?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'll only have you do that if it looks like you're going to be attacked or something. So you guys begin the trek north on the magic carpet. It's much faster than the horses. So to get to the next town and then the town after that only takes about a day and a half, give or take. Along the road, you see a great many travelers heading toward, or away from Cebu, actually, heading north towards Brasov. As you guys get to the forest, essentially, it's pretty uneventful. You can still see the smoke for part of your journey as it wafts over Cebu and then obscures it, and then from there you continue flying. You guys get to the point at the end of the line, and still nothing major is going on. Up until you hit the edge of the forest, where all of you with magic capabilities feel a great spell go off.
Everything's
Where?
fine here, guys.
I don't know what the
Everything's
problem
fine.
is.
A
It
great spell goes off where?
It appears to be coming somewhere from the pass of Cebu.
Oh, over here.
That's the Frozen Death. The pass of Cebu is the main opening, the one where the Goat Trail Road.
A spell happens there.
Yep.
I go, there is a very bad spell that went off near Cebu. That's what I say. Cebu may be no more. If I can feel it from here.
As you guys continue to fly, so go ahead and show me the next route you guys take from where you're at to where you're going.
Now, when I had the feeling of where this is, are we getting close or is it south of us?
Based on what you remember of the magic and still kind of keeping it casted to an extent, you have further to go.
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, there's a little stone right there, guys.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys continue to fly, kind of following the forest's edge as you go. At one point in the night, you guys hear this really high-pitched squeaking sound. And then another. And then another. And soon you guys are completely coated with flying bats.
Do they like bread?
Can I dispel them? Can I, communicate and send them away?
You can try and...
My heroic power.
Yeah, if you want to talk to him, you can talk to him. Spend two story points to be able to talk to these bats.
Oh no.
I should see about adding those back sometime.
Wait, I'll help you do this.
He just needs to spend the... Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Tyson. You know what you're doing. You need to do 2 L's, not 2.
Yeah, L.
There you go.
Hey.
It's...
It did nothing.
Try doing just one L and then do it again. There you go.
Ah!
Gotcha.
There we go.
Ooh.
Okay. Alrighty, so...
Wait, what?
Essentially, he just flipped over some story points for me to be able to use to talk to a bat, or a group of bats. So essentially, as you kind of tune in to what they're talking, essentially you hear something along the lines of, "Ooh, there's a bug there! There's a bug! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it!" And they fly after it. And then there's another one. "Man, what the hell are these things on this carpet? Man, they look weird as shit." Flies away. Another one. "Hey, do you have bread? I like bread." "I want bread. Where's my bread? Give me bread, dude."
Do I have any bread on me?
Yeah, it'd be part of your traveling rations.
All right, so I hold out a small crumb.
The bat flies over. You feel its kind of webbed tail section skit across where your fingers are holding the bread, and it bounces it out of your hand and up into its mouth. Hey guys! He squeaks really loud, and everybody else you hear this squeak. This guy's got bread!
That's a mistake.
Alright, so, Sergeant Akron, I need you to make me a writing check.
Okay, let
I
me
hope
bring
you
that
took
back up.
writing.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, bud.
What's the difficulty of this writing check?
I'm assuming you're going to help Captain Akron.
Captain
Akron, what's your writing check?
Riding or driving?
Riding.
Cool.
Or, you know what, we'll say driving too. This is an inanimate object, so it's not necessarily needing to be ridden.
Yeah, it is.
What's the difficulty of her check?
The difficulty here is actually going to be average, but she's going to have 2 setbacks due to it being night. Actually, 3 setbacks. Nighttime conditions plus a bat swarm coming for bread.
So what would I roll?
Roll. Hold on, let me see. I don't know what your driving or riding check is.
I'm busy meditating.
So it's going to be 1 yellow, 1. It'll be
Green.
1 yellow, 1 green, 2 purples, 3 blacks. Blacks are S to set them up in the rolls. And if you'd like, you can use a story point, because I'm going to use one real quick to change one of those to a red.
Okay.
So you probably need to repeat it for her.
Yep.
Yellow, green, purple. There were 3 blacks.
Right?
Then I heard something about story point.
Okay, so story point means that I'm upgrading one of the purples to a red. So it'll be 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 red, 1 purple, 3 blacks is what you'd be rolling.
Red, purple, 3 blacks. So it almost says grapes.
Ah.
Damn.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah, you guys are just absolutely swarmed with bats. You have no idea why, except for Isaac. Isaac, you have all the understanding of why. Everybody else, you're suddenly just swarmed with like 1,000 bats just flying all around.
Can I cast a barrier around all of us to repel the bat?
Can I reinforce this barrier with my primal magic?
If you would like to give aid, sure. Now go ahead and roll me this check. You're going to be experiencing, because of this, the same 3 setbacks to casting this.
Okay. Are me and him both using it?
He's going to get a boost based off of your help.
Gotcha.
What's the difficulty?
For a barrier of the size you need, you're going to be looking...
Carpet.
You're literally looking at just one purple.
Cool. So it's all the 4 setbacks I have to cast because of casting with divine magic, and I have a fucking...
You still have to roll at least 1 purple with it, but...
Hey guys!
Wow!
Failed!
Re-roll because you rolled 1 extra black.
No, you're bringing us all setbacks all game.
Oh, that's right!
Oh gosh.
If I should do the magic.
You can. You actually can't do barriers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like the bread.
No barriers for me.
Yeah, unfortunately, barrier is a divine or arcane only.
No, I gotcha. But you have some arcane knowledge.
I'm going to say out loud, I'm middle meditating, I'm go, I wonder what all these bats want.
And for Isaac, he has bread! Woohoo! And they start like swarming on top of you, and they actually are like climbing on you, trying to find this bread. You have like 100 bats all over your body right this second. Little claws are biting into your face.
No! Get off! I start swatting. Get off!
All right, go ahead and roll me a hard coordination check.
Oh boy.
Can I use my my fucking triumph to make sure he doesn't fall off? Like that's what the barrier does. It like keeps us from falling off, but it doesn't repel the bats.
Hard is what, 3?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, it's 3 purples. Okay.
Oh my gosh, the strain.
The little bats digging into your like fur and flesh doesn't feel very good. In fact, you now take 4 strain based off of this because you're stressing the hell out as these bats are like swarming you looking for bread. And then you hear one, he's got it in his pockets! Bread! And the bats go directly, like all of them, just whoosh, right onto you. And they like...
pocket pool, anybody?
Guys.
Nibble.
All right, Isaac, what are you doing, dude?
I shouldn't have stopped drinking, that's for sure. Alright, can I use any sort of primal magic to get them off?
Just throw the bread off the carpet.
That's right, yeah. I'll throw my bread out.
Alright, so you pull the bread out, little tiny things bite at it, and try to like rip parts of it off for themselves. Go ahead and take another 4 strain for doing this. And then you toss it off, and the bats just picture something like off of Batman, but after this bread. And 1,000 of these little bats just, after a second, there's no more bread.
It didn't even hit the ground.
Animals.
Alright, so what next?
Next one. Well, I'm gonna try to reduce. I'm gonna try to get some more. I'm just gonna try to relax so I can get some strain back.
If you guys need it, and it's just Isaac that should, go ahead and roll a simple cool check. So no purples, but a cool. However many successes you get is how many strain you get back.
God.
Isaac's the only one that needs it.
Yeah. Well.
Alright, so you get 2 strain back.
Suffered strain while trying to navigate the car.
So, eventually...
If I run a strain on this thing, then I'm going to turn into a Yeti. On this thing.
Oh no.
As you guys continue along, a few of the bats do return. And they look a little fatter than they did before. They kind of sidle up, flapping next to the carpet, and they look over at Isaac, or not Isaac. Sorry, I forgot your character's name. Casimir. They look at Casimir and they squeak at him. Casimir, your ability is still active for the bats. Hey, bro, thanks for the bread. That was fantastic. Do you have any more?
No, you ate it all. Oh, God.
Well, thank you for the bread. And they kind of just like peel off a little bit. One kind of remains, and he just kind of looks a little sad that there's no more bread.
Aww. I wanna. Can I pat him on the head?
You reach out and doot, 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 on his head. He looks a little better. Aww. And he's like, "So where are you headed with all that bread?"
Well, that was my rations mainly.
Oh, that's good bread.
Thanks. I know a forest nymph who made it for me.
Ooh, can you give me her location so that I can go get more bread?
Yeah, but it'll just have to be you and only you, because anything else that doesn't have this special signature will die. Got it?
All right, so that's fine by me.
More for you.
He's like, "Hey, that's a lot of bread." Oh, you're sending him way the fuck over there.
way over here.
All right, he's like, "Hey, thanks for the advice," and
no, I would like there to be an actual nymph so it doesn't come back with a vengeance.
All right, so the bat kind of like he kind of gives you like a flick of his wingtips, and then he just kind of flies off that direction. And as he flies off, you guys hear like this rhythmic squeaking sound. Except for you, Casimir, you hear bread, 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 bread.
Wait, wait. Okay, where are we going right now again? We're going to this thing. We're going to this prison right here.
Yeah, you're going to that rock.
Can I ask them? Can I see if I could get some sort of special signal? I'll tell them I'm on my way to find bread. I want to see if I can have some
you're gonna try and get these bats to be scouts for you.
or like some sort of attack like thing.
Okay, so
like,
as you say something about bread, the remainder of the horde just kind of up out of the tree, and they start flying around you in like a big ball. They don't like come up against you guys because they can see all of you are like, oh shit, this again. But like the lead bat's like, you're offering bread for us to tell you if there's something there.
There should be bread where we're going. The people on there will have bread, probably, maybe. It should be good bread, maybe, hopefully.
That's a deception check right there.
That is.
Yep, roll me
1,000 bats.
roll me a hard deception check with 3 reds.
3 reds.
Actually, and while you're doing that, I've got to roll something too for the bats. Because thank you, Tyson, everybody.
Gosh.
Let's see. Their sense of smell is actually pretty good, so we'll do that. You guys are flying, which is hard.
You said okay. So
or not hard. P.
You said hearts to be 3 purple and 2 red.
3 purple, upgraded twice, so it's 2 red, 1 purple. Who has the best stealth?
Me.
Wow, nice roll.
Oh, they completely believe you. They're like, there's more? Oh!
Yes, little friends.
All right,
Get
so
away, though. But we will take you to bread.
actually, who has the worst? Besides Casimir, who has the worst stealth?
Probably me.
Let's see what Kushtrak has.
Y'all don't want to know what I have.
Kushtrak has 1 green in stealth.
Same here. 1 green.
Okay. I'll give it a setback because they're flying around you and there's a lot of smells at the moment.
But I let them.
One of the bats, as you lie your ass off saying, hey, they've got bread there, one of them goes, oh, I can almost smell it.
Yeah.
And he sniffs again. I do smell it! And he starts flapping faster. And the bats just shoot off.
Oh, God.
And then they kind of come back. I lost the smell. Alright.
I'll let them know. If you guys help us, I will get you as much bread as I can possibly carry.
Can we all hear this conversation?
Oh, you're hearing him squeak at them and them squeak back.
Oh, God.
Like that's legitimately what's kind of happening right now. And then you're just seeing all these bats like go forward and then kind of glide back and go forward again and glide back.
What the fuck is going on here?
Can I give them a little bit more insight? I tap someone to my side. I don't know who's with me. Or who's closest to me right now?
It's me.
All right, then I tap you. And I'm like, hey, can I have a small piece of bread?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I produce them right in a slide. Like a
All right, give me a stealth or a skullduggery check to try and slip this past the bats.
Well, you don't know somebody who can do that for you guys.
Oh yeah.
So
either way, it's gonna come.
Am I rolling the skullduggery?
yeah, you're rolling the skullduggery. This one right here is going to be what did I roll for the bats here? It's going to be 2 red that you're rolling against.
Come on, Tony.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. One of the smaller bats in the back, you hear him just faintly like squeak, like this happy little joy. The other bats, thankfully, don't seem to notice quite yet. But you see him start to salivate, and you can see on his little batty lips, bread?
It's like the seagulls.
So, what would you guys like to do?
I take it and I chuck it. I throw it in front of us.
Away from the little one?
No, I'll toss it closer to the little one. I'll toss it to the little one.
All right. He immediately catches it, gobbles up. The rest of the bats don't notice.
All right, now tell them there's more if you follow us, if you help us.
The little one looks sated for now, and he kind of like nods, and the other bats kind of nod as they fly. And you guys start to skim out over the desert, and it's a very cool, crisp night. You can see the stars above. Outside of the massive bat horde you guys have with you right now, minus one that's heading way fucking north and to the east to find like this mythical bread from a druid or a dryad. It's just basically like the most peaceful night you guys have ever encountered. Like, it's straight up like you can't believe that right now to the south of you there's this massive war going on. It's so peaceful.
Maybe we overshot this there, driver.
As you say that and you kind of try to cast about to find it, you find out that no, you're headed right where you think you need to go. That stone in the middle. Actually, as you guys start coming in closer where you can see it, and it's not very large. The stone itself, it looks something similar to an obelisk, but it's not like perfectly square, it's more rectangular, and it's just completely black. As you guys get closer, it's like looking at a black hole on land. There's absolutely no light from this stone. And as you kind of fly down and look around it, no light from the stars. If you look up at it through this stone, none of the light actually makes it around that stuff.
Whoa.
I think I ate too much.
Yeah, it's not good.
You had too much bread?
Too much bread.
And you guys are there at the stone.
Go behind me.
Essentially. You guys, I don't know where you want to land in relation to this stone.
Kushrag wants to be right up next to it.
Okay. All right. What about the rest of you? Because Kustrak's requesting right up next to it. The bats are just freaking flying around.
This is his thing, so I'm gonna sit back.
Same.
Okay. So are you guys like piloting the carpet so he can like hop off, or are you guys like boop, dropping it on the ground and then he like walks to it and you guys are just like staying back from it there?
We can drop him off and then stay back.
Okay.
What's going on?
We're trying to debate how close everybody wants to get to this stone.
Is it like we're doing a carpool where we just drop off our lone child, or?
Well, that would hop on.
We're just gonna go like right up to this stone, right?
So far, I've got two that want to walk, like be right next to it. Two of them that want to kind of be away from it a little.
We'll be away from it just a little bit.
Okay. As you guys continue to descend then and get closer. Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
I can approach quietly on my beetle as though I am not hindering anybody.
What?
What's happening? Sorry. Oh, we were going towards the obelisk.
Some of you want to get closer, some of you don't. It depends on how close you guys want to get. Essentially, you guys are gonna stay somewhat far-ish away, but not so far that you can't get to it if need be, is what I'm hearing.
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so as you guys descend from the sky, and you're doing kind of slow spirals to come down, generally because it's safer than just boop, dropping, you see this figure that you've kind of seen before. You vaguely recognize him from Veterus, the first turtle. He actually looks up. Come on, post. There we go. He actually looks up at you guys as you come down, and you just hear like a chuckling. So, you made it.
Of course I made it.
Well, you're too late. The treasure inside is mine. And he pushes his hand against the stone, and he just disappears.
Dang it! Should have thrown bread at him quicker.
No, I was about to. I didn't want to interrupt, but I was gonna be like, he's got bread.
You can still say that. You have time. I'm just describing what he does. Okay, you shout it out to the bats. He's got bread! And then you just hear, bread? Bread, bread, bread! And they just whoosh right towards him.
Imagine how dramatic that sounded as he squeaked, he's got bread at the enemy.
I look at the priest and I'm like, man, I feel like a bat man or something.
That was such a strange laughter. It's beautiful.
All right, so the bats come swarming in. They're not close enough to get him, and at least initially you think. But they legitimately, as they like fly at him, it's like watching bats fly into a portal. They're just all like 1,000 of them are just gone.
Oh my god! I'm totally running towards the obelisk because I don't want to miss this for a moment.
Kushak is right up there going through the portal.
All right, so all of you guys are going through?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are all going through together roughly the same time.
I'm totally not going to miss this.
All right.
Kushak wants the treasure. Kushak wants the treasure from Habuk.
Okay. So you guys all run in roughly the same time to some for Habuk, some for the bats. Well, let's be serious here. Most for the bats. If not all for the bats, and then one for partial treasure too.
I'm here for the bats.
As you guys run in, let's see. Somebody roll me a dice 6, and I'm going to line you guys up real quick in order here. So left to right is going to be 1 through 6. 3. All right, so Gores, you feel what feels like a touch of magic upon you, and it feels like a hand has just kind of gently touched your shoulder as you run through the portal.
Okay.
All right, so let me make sure this next map is ready for you.
A hand touches me?
Yep, a hand. It feels like a hand made of magic touches you.
Where at?
On the shoulder.
On your butt.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh yeah, touch that booty.
When all this is done, I want to keep the bats as like my entourage. I will legitimately learn bread making.
Just so
to keep my entourage.
All right.
You gonna make little mat clothes for them?
Yeah, it's
Where's
like
my
little
phone?
helmets and like little hats and stuff like that. Like, Jeremy.
All right.
Bread, buddy.
So, for those of you with magic skills, roll me a daunting your magic skill check. For those of you without magic, you guys can pick which one you would like to roll, but you must roll the same daunting.
Like 4 purples
4 purples.
Cool.
versus my
So
men.
we can roll a magic skill.
Okay, so 2 and 1, 1
threat.
1 advantage.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I do not suffer any. Hey, by the way, I do not suffer any.
Oh, wow.
I made it.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm impressed. That is epic. All right,
Wow,
so
that's super
I think, did we get everybody? Did everybody roll this? Because I feel like Tony didn't roll this.
Tony just
I thought you said magic people.
If you don't have magic, pick a magic skill and roll it as a daunting check.
Oh.
And I did.
Oh.
It was a daunting check.
Yep.
And I have 4 in cunning, and Primordial is cunning, so yes.
Oh, I don't suffer any strain, Nick, by the way, because of my resolve talent.
That's fine.
Ouch.
Oh, did about as well as I expected to. I'm down.
All right, so
That's why we're impressive.
as you guys jump into the portal, you begin to feel like somebody is pulling at your arms and legs, like you're being drugged by horses in all 4 directions of your limbs.
Hey, drawing quartering.
Yep, it feels like that. But as you kind of like look down at yourselves, none of that's actually happening. But the pain continues to get more and more intense. For those of you who succeeded, you guys don't pass out from the pain. The rest of you, it feels like your life's essence is being sucked out of your body through this drawn and quartering status. You guys, essentially, as you jump into this portal, you feel as though your bodies are getting younger and younger and younger, and then suddenly, like, it's like you're old and you're getting younger and younger and younger again.
Time loop.
Yep, kind of. And then all of you
Thanks.
do, and at some point, pass out. Only to awaken smelling mold and mildew.
Ugh.
Do you see bats?
You do not see any of the bats as you wake up.
Darn it. They must all perished.
And
They
it's
aged too much.
like we're in prison.
So,
Are we in prison?
you guys wake up, and yes, you are behind some bars.
Drat.
We'll look around and listen.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Do I sense my magic?
Yeah, you guys have all your stuff with you. All of your magical skills.
Wait, who's
You
that guy?
you guys see what appears to be a human dressed kind of weirdly. You haven't seen garb like his before. And he just sits there, humming to himself.
He's a monk. Alright, so it's the bar's locked.
Yes.
Kushrak yells across the thing, "Hey! Hey!
The guy, without looking, hey yourself.
Where are we?"
Prison?
Where?
Oh my
Which
god,
prison?
we threw a magical portal and now I'm here. Can you have any answers?
He kind of looks over at you and opens one eye. You're a very excitable fellow.
Life is excitement, what can I say?
And bats. Have you seen any bats?
Yes, I was about to ask the same thing. A giant swarm, maybe. About 1,000 or so? Maybe more, probably more.
At this point, he just like gives up trying to meditate, and he just kind of shifts over to you, and kind of stands up, walks over, and then just sits back down again. Bats, you say?
Yes, about 1,000 or so. Probably all little things. They're all craving bread, if you can understand them.
I can't say that I've seen bread or bats. He kind of looks over at Kitlin. You might not want to, and then poof, she gets blasted back into Kustrak.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, the locks are magicked. You might not want to do that there. Who are you anyway? I haven't seen you here before.
Oh, he
Yes.
knows you're a woman.
Well, kinda can't help it, dear.
I'm
My name's
Casimir.
Shadowhawk,
Casimir Walden.
and we came looking for a magic obelisk. Went through a portal and passed out and ended up here.
I'm Kushrak, champion of Habuk, here to save the world.
He kind of looks up at you. Wait, did you say champion of Habuk?
Yes, and I like flaunt my battle standard. I have saved many
I just
turtles
roll my
in his
eyes.
name.
Baseball.
He looks at it. He's like, "Huh. That's odd." He's like,
What's on?
"Oh, well, let's finish introductions and then I'll explain." And he points towards Gores. And who might you be?
Hello.
And then to Akron. Who might you be? He kind of looks through the bars. I can't see you real well through all the people, but
He's talking to all of you. He wants introduction.
Oh, I'm Gores.
good to meet you, Gores. And you, good sir, with the military attire.
I am Captain Akron, well, Captain of the Guard, however, not from this kingdom, it seems like. Where are we exactly?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. You're near, but you're far from. What's the name of this? He thinks a moment and he just kind of like gets up and starts pacing. God, how long has it been since I've been down here? They move me. And then he's like, that's right. Epidum is where you're at.
This is free apple.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Whatum?
Epidum.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Can you use that in a sentence?
You're in the town of Epidum.
And why are you locked up? Why should we be locked up?
I was about to ask that, but I forgot my manners. You, there in the back, next to the giant... What the...
Beetle.
That is the largest beetle I have ever seen.
Yes,
Hold
this
up,
is
what?
Beetle. He is my best pal. Do you think he and I could maybe break this down? This little door right here, this little magic door.
Well, I haven't had a beetle's strength before, so who knows? But what is your name, young one?
Oh, I'm Rudy. Nobody ever remembers my actual name, so we're just gonna go with Rudy. Rudy's...
Nice to meet you all. My name is Habuk.
Wait. Nah, you just pull on a leg.
He says, no, good dwarf, I really am Habuk, and that sigil is my house crest, or at least my monastery's.
What are you doing? Kushak starts hyperventilating.
Can I offer him an ale now?
Dylan is dying laughing right now.
Can I offer you an ale now?
You see the monk like, oh, if you can somehow get that over here to me, I wouldn't mind a swig or two. I've been down here quite a long time.
Huh?
Why are you down here?
My eyes.
He kind of looks at you. Are you all right, good dwarf? You look a little pale.
Pale.
He kind of slumps over a little bit. I'm good. He takes a bit to gain his composure. So why are you in this dungeon?
Can I bottle up one of my ales and roll it to him?
Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead and roll me a coordination check. It'll be an average or an easy coordination, so one purple.
I can just hand it to him.
What?
It's gonna get to there. It's out of his reach.
I gotta roll it to him.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
All right.
I was put in here, young or good dwarf, because myself and my companions were opposed to the course of action that the wizards are attempting for the demons.
Yes, and we're here for that same reason.
It gets literally
Right.
to right here, and he like tries to reach through the bars to get it. Alas, such is life, and he just sits back down.
Damn.
We need to get out of here because Cirrus is not going to just give up.
Saris, did you say? The young general?
She is about to take over this entire island.
Wait, she? Saris is a male.
He is about to take over the entire island.
What island? Are you talking about the islands of Goth to the south of us?
I'm from Deva.
You're from where?
Deva.
That's not the name of the turtle, by the way.
No, the town.
Never heard of it. Where is it at?
What year is it?
Who's the current president?
What did you eat for dinner last night?
The same slop that they'll probably feed you tonight. As for the year, it is the year 37 of the Dragon Age.
And what year is it for us?
You don't even use mythical creatures in your calendar.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm about to ram this gate with this giant beetle. We game for that?
I
Well, it
am.
appears we are in
We need to get
different-
out of here.
Maybe we should hold off before doing that because we may get in more trouble.
I'd like to holler out. I've got some bread here.
He starts squeaking. Squeaking guy.
There's some bread down here.
You see this tiny, like you see this little bat like perk up from the ceiling. Bread? And he swoops down, and he like hits the bars, like tries to go through them, and zap! It's like a bug zapper. And he falls to the ground. Well, that's one way to add some meat to the stew, I suppose. What did you shout at that thing? It came flying quite quickly.
Casimir starts crying and starts slamming his fist into the ground. He just wanted some bread, damn it.
With that, the little bat kind of shakes itself. Bread?
But don't get too close, buddy. Don't get too close. All right, you see that ale bottle over across there?
It looks across. I see the thing. Yes.
All right.
Is it full of bread? Bread?
No.
And he just sits towards it.
Does he at least knock it closer to the guy?
Yeah, he knocks it closer to the guy. Inevitably, the bat hits the other one and zaps himself a little bit too. But the ale gets to Habuk, who pulls it out, takes a swig. This is some pretty good ale.
Thanks. Made it myself.
Oh, so you're a brewmaster. You'll have to tell me. And he starts going into fermentation and all this stuff for like a tangent.
Casimir's all into that. He understands it all completely.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing while suddenly Habuk and Casimir are going into ale stories?
I'm gonna, me and Gores, I'm gonna encourage Gores to check out this magic wall and see if we can take it down. Investigate it.
Are we sure we want to do that? I mean, do we want to at least see what the guards look like?
I mean, we can investigate. We don't have to actually do anything
Maybe
before
they'll
that.
just ask us where we came from. Just let us out.
I think we're in here for a reason. I don't think they're gonna let us out.
Well, we
Oh,
don't know.
God.
We don't know that reason.
Yeah, but we can still investigate. We don't have to break out right now. It
That's
wouldn't
what I'm
hurt to
saying.
look. Yeah.
Let's just ask a guard why we're in here. Then, if they won't let us out, then we'll.
Okay.
Maybe we
But
just
I still wanna-
spot.
Yeah, I still want to look around though.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your respective magic checks. It'll be average check for you guys.
Well, can I just make a knowledge check on it?
Yeah, if you'd like. That'll work too. Okay.
Alright.
So Tyson, as you kind of study the markings on the cages, etc., you know that this is using a sort of glyph magic, similar to the rune magic, but not quite the same. This is more demonic in nature. Aaron, you recognize the magic pretty quickly as demonic magic, and you, luckily, you actually know how to unlock it too, if you so choose. You have the skill right now. You don't. Essentially, this is child's play for you.
I start like flexing, like start to show off. Yeah, I can do this easy. This is nothing. I'll wait though. But I'll be ready.
So Habuk at this point in time has finished his deal. What are the rest of you doing? So Akron.
I'm actually going to turn to Kustruk and go, this is demonic magic. We should probably get out of it. We should probably not wait. Yeah, this is demonic magic. You really want to wait to hold us in here?
I mean, if you think we should.
Obviously, I turn to the group. The spell that was used is a demonic spell. Do you all think we should stay and wait, or should we get?
We need to get the fuck out of here. We need to stop whatever's going on.
Casimir?
Let's get out of here. But I really think we should probably take my man over there. He promised he'd show me a few things about fermentation that I didn't think about.
Rudy?
That wasn't an option. We were going to take him.
Oh, great. Thought we're on the same page.
Habuk looks up at this and he's like, we might want to do it quickly then. Dinner time is like seconds away at this point if we're leaving now.
Let's go.
Yeah, Kustrak just he walks up to the bars and just like waves a hand at it and oof.
Okay. Yep, the bars just kind of crumple into ash and dust. Habuk looks over. Huh. That's pretty impressive. How long have you been training in the monastery?
What monastery? You're talking about the one back on I established in Deva, right? I established that one. That's like 15 days old.
What's Deva? I've never heard of this town or monastery.
What's the name of the turtle?
Veterus is where the other... You've got Veterus and Beg, which are the two turtles you guys have seen.
Veterus. It's on, the turtle Veterus.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? What turtle?
Oh, God.
Let's go.
I go up and I unlock his door, too.
Okay.
We have a lot to show you.
And about that time, you hear some scraping sounds from a door that's up this way towards up the stairs.
Oh God, we gotta take him silently.
Habuk just kind of comes out, and he's fairly old, but he's like do. Oh, hold on, sorry, you weren't supposed to see those yet.
Whoops.
Oh well, whatever. This is what awaits you at the top of the stairs, essentially. As you guys are like, let's do this silently, you hear a voice go, "Feeding time!"
Are they still coming down the stairs?
Yep. And then you hear some, "Yes, feeding time!"
Oh God.
Oh no, it's Mickey Mouse. Run.
You ready, guys?
Murder.
Oh wow.
You ready to kick some ass and take some name?
All right.
Don't get behind so they don't know I'm there.
All right, and Lloyd's gonna stick with Beetle. He's gonna just chill on Beetle's horn.
All right.
For safe protection.
Wait, I'm gonna turn to the two spellcasters. You better cast what you want, because I'm gonna cast a Zone of Silence.
Oh yeah, I'm a spellcaster too.
I'm taking my long swords off my swords off my bracelet.
Kustra, you better cast if you want your whatever helpers now, because it's a Zone of Silence here.
Yeah, I'm gonna summon my guardians.
All right, roll it.
And I'll go ahead and do a zone of silence. I'll tell Kitlin to close the door behind them.
Got it.
That's for 3 of them.
Okay, they come out with the usual 5 health.
Or what do you want me to roll for silence? It should be just an easy check, right?
Yep.
And then I'm getting ready to close the door.
Depends on how large you want the deal. If you want it to cover the entire area here, it's going to be a hard check.
Yeah, let's do that. Do I have my graphic and my familiar with me or no?
Yes, Rafik is here with you as well as the other familiar. Though Rafik in this case just sheds the form, that way it can be more deadly.
Yes, it does.
And I'll command him to attack. That's since I'll be maintaining the spell.
Okay. She nods her head and draws swords.
All right.
Getting ready to close
If you
the door.
can give me control of them, I'll look up the rules.
Okay, I'll let you know where the stats are as well.
Do I need to roll a
Are we gonna use the
stealth
same
check?
thing or no?
Yeah, you're gonna use the same thing as before.
Yeah, I know what it's at.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, everybody go ahead and roll me cool. I'll roll vigilance for these guys.
Cool.
It's a simple check, so just you're cool, no negative modifiers to it.
Nice.
Nice. 2 successes and 2.
Oh man.
And
I have so much advantage, y'all.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find something real quick, and then I'll be ready.
I'm writing them down, so.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking for one specific page because they have my favored things here, and I can't find the page.
Tyson hadn't rolled cool yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for my minion. I'm just trying to find my minion and it's tearing off.
Your minion's gonna go with you, so just roll yours.
Okay.
Yeah, your minion always acts on your turn.
Sorry. So Tyson goes first.
So far.
So far, yes.
As soon as I can find my minion.
Okay, so let me roll for these.
Where's this guy at? He is in the Terranoth book, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need to go to page.
Must be really close.
Yours, you need to go to page 153.
I was like 20 pages away from it.
Alrighty.
I was in the right direction though. I
So
started at the other end.
Well.
Harder. All right.
Alright, so let's see here. Starting with Tyson.
Or are they through the door?
I just need to know your numbers first.
Oh, I fell through.
3.
3. Christina.
1.1.
Tony.
0.1.
Isaac.
2.
Aaron.
2.
2.
And Carolina.
I have no clue.
Point
0.3?
If it's if it's an advantage, it's a point number. If it's a success, it's
Okay.
1 point, whatever. Just to make it easier
Okay,
for
cool.
me to do what I need to do.
Yeah, it's
That's why I
0.3
wrote
then.
it down.
Okay, so let's see. Those guys got 0.1, and then the other one got 3.3. Okay.
What about the book?
Okay, so...
Did you not roll for the book, or is the book just going to
Oh,
stand back?
sorry, I forgot about Habuk.
It's okay. Why I keep you on your toes?
All right, so... Damn it, I'm going to have to go between different pages. That sucks, I forgot about Habuk. All right, where's that one? So I'm going to use that as the deal. Okay, so 3. Okay. Okay, so Habuk gets 2.2.
As well. Yep.
Hell yeah, brother. HH.
All right, so go ahead and set yourselves up. These guys are technically not down the stairs yet. You hear them scraping up here. So you guys have one round before they would get to you. So set yourselves up how you would like to set up.
Let them get through the door.
Shut the door when they get in.
What?
Kustok is ready. Gonna fucking kill some demons.
Okay. Just let me know when you guys are done setting up, because how this will happen is going to be a little different than what you're planning.
Of course. Never goes as planned.
Actually, Habuk is going to come up here and join Kustok. All right, so you guys are on either side of the stairwell leading up to the door?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm getting my longsword ready.
Having the axe at the ready.
Okay, so this is essentially the stairwell leading up.
Okay. Are there any doors so that we
Do they
can
have
close?
any room to get in the room?
No, they don't.
I don't know why you're waiting for the scholar. I'm not fighting these things. I'm going to send them the beat.
I know.
All right, so you hear a loud Very well. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, who do I want this to do? Let's see, you're right up front. Why not?
Yep.
What is divine based off of? Intellect?
No, it's will.
Okay.
Yes. Full power.
Let's see. Kustok, roll me a hard divine check. Oh, hold on. Sorry, never mind. I don't have to have you roll. I misread it. I roll it.
Well, damn. You got it.
Well, damn.
All right, so Kustok, bones reach up through the stone masonry beside you and dig into your flesh, dealing 8 damage. 10 damage.
Oh, shit.
It has Pierce 4, so the bones just go right through armor as they dig in.
Does that care about armor?
Oh, shit. I forgot to roll your armor. Hold on. Let me
Yeah, I
roll
have
a
two.
setback.
I have 2 for melee.
Okay, roll.
And also, does it matter if you have to say anything to cast that because the zone of silence?
Hold on, I think that actually... Let's see here. Okay, so I have to actually roll another couple of setbacks. Because you can still cast if you're silenced. You just take setbacks to do it.
It's like like 2 or more.
Yeah,
or
it's
something
2.
like that.
All right, so
Yes.
you are very, very lucky.
Very lucky.
The finger bones come up. You're not sure how you know because you can't hear them. But you step forward, and these bones just kind of grip together, trying to grab a hold of you. As they grip, they kind of come down into the stone, and you can feel it. You can't hear it, but you can feel it and see it as the stone just starts to break underneath these bone hands as they start to pull it down.
Kustrak tries to say "fucking demons," but nothing obvious comes out, so he curses loudly.
We understand very well.
All right, so that is that one's turn. Thank you, Tyson. I forgot about all of that, so good on you. Tyson, you're up next.
I'm just maintaining my spell.
Okay.
So it doesn't cost me any strain. I'm just gonna have this guy stand ready.
Okay.
His action will be attack if they come through the door.
All right, so Habuk turns towards the dwarf, and you see him kind of make this odd, like, symbol with his fingers. Essentially, if you could see it, it would look something like the Illuminati symbol. And he just kind of looks at you, and you can see him kind of chanting something, but you can't hear, obviously, what he's saying. So, let's see here. Okay. Plus a purple and 2 setbacks for silence. You feel invigorated. For the next, essentially until the end of this encounter, ignore that setback ignore the 1 setback I added to you for the remainder of this fight.
Oh yes.
As you feel a rejuvenating energy. It feels just like every time Habuk has helped you in the past.
This is the one thing that confirmed to Kustrak that this is actually a book. So he just kind of gets this big old smile on his face.
Fangirling all over himself right now.
Oh yes, there is fangirl filling up his pants.
It's embarrassing.
Wow.
Justice
Wow,
boner.
Embarrassing.
said that.
It's like,
Alright,
seriously.
so next up is going to be Casimir or Kustrak.
Are they down the stairs yet?
No, they're still up in the other room.
Fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna get a little bit closer.
Can I have my ancestor spirits rush up and go through them and push them down the stairs? At least the wizard.
Yeah, if you want to have them go up and grab and throw them down, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, so they're gonna go up and do that.
All right, so go ahead. We'll treat it like they're over here. So I'm just gonna move your guys kind of like this, like they're in the upper area. So
Okay.
treat this entire square that they're in as though this is the next room.
Okay. Yeah, they're just gonna shove wizard fucked all the way down the stairs to the ambush.
All right, go ahead and roll an athletics check. The difficulty here is going to be average upgraded once.
Okay. That's a red and a purple, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
He comes flying down the stairs and lands right there.
Kustrak is going to land an axe on its face.
Go ahead and roll it. It's going to be 1 red, and that's apparently it.
Wow.
And that face axe crits. Hell yeah.
All right, how much damage?
I'm going to use 1 advantage to not hit Habuk.
Okay.
And that damage is 8 plus 1, 9 damage. 3 pierce.
Okay, so describe this, describe how you're attacking this demonic sorcerer.
So it comes down and tumbles down the stairs, lands at my feet. I look down, I kind of smirk, overhead, straight down, axe right on his face.
Okay. You see the creature just kind of quickly flare its fingers, and this barrier just appears, and your axe hits. Sparks just kind of in all directions. It comes through, and the creature backs up a bit, but not before you slice a lovely gash from the crown of the head down. Not enough to kill, but enough to injure decently. And the blood just sprays forward.
Do I need to roll a critical?
Yes, go ahead and roll me a die 100.
Is that slash roll? D100? 1D100?
Yeah, should be. Something like that.
There we go. 75.
Alright. As the axe comes down and it kind of backs up, one of its legs comes out forward, and you slice through the Achilles tendon. You have just hamstrung the target. It does not get a free maneuver anymore. It has to strain itself to get a maneuver.
Bro, that looks familiar.
No escape. No escape.
That looks god awful familiar.
Alright, so that is Kustrak's turn.
Does my guy go off now?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot your
Oh,
Vipar.
you're fine.
Go ahead. Use Vipar.
So he's going to jump up in the air and just come down with his...
The two swords.
Yep.
Okay.
And come crashing down on him. Silently, but apparently screaming.
You see Vipar, the demoness, jump up, come slicing down,
Oh my god.
and completely and utterly fucking miss. How much damage does Vipar do?
I'm going to use my 5 advantages, not hit the 5 people around.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
The despair means you're going to hit Kustrak.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Kustrak's gonna be fine. Kustrak has the power of the book on his side.
So how much damage does the would a successful, just a one successful attack deal?
Would have done 8 damage, 3 pierce.
So ignoring 3 of your soak, this demoness comes down and just slices on the back of your armor.
-2.
Hold up, I know what I want to do with the advantages.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it where his mighty scream, he gets a smile on his face because maybe this creature is helping him.
Okay.
And it distracts him just slightly, and I'm gonna have it so that Kitlin, Akron, Casimir, and even Rudy, because he seems insignificant in the back, they all get an advantage. They get an advantage on a boost on their next attack.
Nice.
Alright, so you guys all heard that. Next attacks gets an advantage. Or a boost to it. Alright, so after that, Casimir, you moved forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you'd like to cast the spell, you're more than welcome to try. Just remember the 2 setbacks due to silence.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was gonna see if I could try to cast, or at least am I in range to smack any of them with my staff?
If you want to take 2 strain to get closer, then yes.
Okay.
Why would he have to take 2 strain?
2 movements, essentially. The second movement isn't a free maneuver, it's a 2 strain maneuver.
Okay.
Alright. 5. I have to be careful because if I get too low, then I will Yeti out.
Okay, you're gonna Yeti out?
No, I said if I'm not careful, I will Yeti out and lose all my strain. Or if I lose all my strain, then I will Yeti out.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna take a... This is an enemy, right?
That's
No,
a
it's
buck.
Casimir.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's
book.
a book. That's a book. Yeah. Okay,
You'll want to be like
Where's-
right there.
Yes. Okay, I will be right here, and then smack him.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
A thing. And this staff was what again? I gotta make sure.
Kitlin, you're on deck. Plan for what you're
Yep,
going to do.
already on it.
Okay.
Alright, weapon frost.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I'm trying to
That
find
looks
which.
damn good.
I'm trying to. I guess I didn't write it down. I didn't write it. Dang it. The staff I got, I was trying to figure out. 'Cause I remember it gave me some.
It gives you a boost to your magic, from what I remember.
+4 damage.
Yep, that too.
Plus 4 damage.
It does not give you a boost, it just gives you +4 damage.
There you go.
Ah, gotcha. Alright. You said this was a what check?
It's going to be a easy, so one red because of the upgrade for it. One red, and then it'll be a. If you're trying to smack them, it'll be a melee check.
Yeah, and I got that. So it'd be a.
And you get a blue for.
It'd be the heavy melee check, right?
No, that's probably going to be a light melee check.
Whichever one you're trained in, because the staff was supposed to go to the one that was trained in.
Yes, I'd be heavy.
Yep.
Oh.
So yellow, green,
Yeah, staff is heavy.
red.
No
Good.
purple. So you had still 3 advantages,
He
1
didn't
failure.
roll his boost.
Roll a blue. So you got a total of 5 advantages, 1 failure. All right, so your staff comes crashing down, missing the. Actually, go ahead and describe how this misses. But gives you 6 advantages.
Alright, so as I go to slam it on the ground, well, as I go to slam him, it misses, hits the ground. It slightly causes some disturbance within the ground, causing some of the footing to go a little bit loose, causing our man here to slip up and goes down the stairs just for some weird chain reaction.
Yeah.
Causes these guys to slip up as well.
All right, so you see these guys kind of sliding down the stairs a bit. These guys fall prone as he does this. So, next up, Kitlin.
Am I within range of that one?
Close enough.
Alright, so attacking with the sword from the bracer.
Okay.
I am going to use Venom Soaked Blade, so that's burn 2.
Okay.
I also am going to spend, where is it? Oh no, trying to find it real quick. No, I'm going to use Exploit, which will make them suffer if I land. Makes them suffer 2 strain and ensnares them. So what's the...
Akron, you're on deck. Be ready to go.
So 2 purple? Or 1 purple? How many purples?
It's going to be 1 red.
Alright.
Alrighty, yeah. So you bring the sword down, describe it, and go for it.
So I'm going to bring it between the shoulder blade and the neck.
Okay.
And then the blood will cause her to start suffering strain. And it's 6 damage.
Okay. Alrighty. If the demon could howl, it would be howling, but
And
it
then
can't.
burn, so.
All right, so for the next 2 turns, it's going to take burn damage. Got it.
Yep.
All right.
Monsters. We're monsters.
Dyson, I want you to look up how much damage burn does for me, if you don't mind.
It's base weapon damage, isn't it?
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
So
it's three.
Akron, what do you do?
I'm gonna swing my axe. What's the difficulty right now?
One red.
Right.
Wow. Slice. Go ahead and describe that for me.
Oh God, how do I see it 4 times? Fuck.
It's a super success. You just lop off a whole leg. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, because someone else decided to like hobble this person, I'm gonna go for the other ankle.
Okay.
Continue hobbling.
All right. How much damage does that deal?
Yeah, when you rub it.
So whatever your base damage is plus 4
Okay.
is for your weapons. So base damage, and every success adds a 4 or adds 1 to it. If it has a crit 3 or less, it just dealt a critical hit too.
So plus 3 damage, crit 3.
My,
Vicious
I have
1.
I have crit 3, vicious 1.
Okay, so what that means is crit 3. So that means you literally just crit. Roll me a die 100 and add 20 to it. No.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, 20. Yeah, add
Yeah,
20 to it.
Well, if it's crit 3, wouldn't that be a plus 3 to the crit?
Shoot, I messed that up.
Mine was a crit 2, but I'm not worried about it. It's all good. You're still learning.
Okay.
Let's see, because crit for that, vicious adds plus 10. Nope, it is plus 30.
Well, and plus the 10 from Kustra.
That's
plus
part of the
30
plus
plus
30.
20.
No, that's part of
Plus
the plus
30?
30. Yeah, it's plus
Plus-
30 instead of plus 20.
There you go.
114.
Woo!
Anything over 100 is really bad.
Woo!
All right, so you go for the other leg, is what you said, right?
Yeah.
All right, your weapon slices through the leg, like just lops it off.
Oh, that's just mean, guys.
The creature kind of falls to its knee, where that's left of its leg, because you kind of, instead of getting the ankle, you just kind of lop off like halfway between the ankle and the knee, and he like falls to a knee. His blood just black and slick comes out of the the
Well, at
wound.
least he doesn't have the hamstring in it.
Yeah.
How much damage did you end up dealing to this guy?
So let's see. My base damage is 3, and it's plus 4, I guess. So damage would be 7.
Does it say plus 3 or does it say just 3?
Plus 3.
Okay, so that's brawn plus 3 plus 4.
Brawn plus 3
Well,
plus 4.
Doesn't
Yep.
the weapon do the damage itself? You don't do the brawn.
If it says plus 3 in damage, it means it does brawn plus 3 plus whatever successes are.
I think my brawn is a 2, so
That'd be 5 plus
9?
4, 9 damage. Wow. Yeah, he's not looking so hot. Let's see, who's next on deck after that? Let's see. So that was Akron. So next is the beasts, the little gibbering hungers. They just stand up, and one of them goes for Kitlin.
Okay. So yeah, I have I soak of 3 of not 3 or not. I soak of 6 right now.
1 purple. Do you have any armor?
Yes, I have the chainmail, the wood mill.
Does it give you +1?
I think it does.
Okay. You take a total of 6 damage.
No, I do not.
Oh, it doesn't get through?
I have a soak of 6.
Okay, so the thing chomps down with its teeth and rakes at your belly with its claws. Nothing seems to get through. The other ones come tumbling down the stairs, kind of, and shifting through, trying to get into positions for attacking. And that's as far as they get because they can't do anything more. Top of the round. That leads to this one. All right, so looking at Akron, the demonic spellcaster begins to look like chanting again.
Okay.
Let's see, that would be...
Does he get another setback for having his leg bleed out on the ground?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, okay, yeah, I'll give it to you. He's distracted from that. Setback, and then
Lots of
2
pain
from
going
that.
on.
Does Akron have any armor? Ranged armor?
The only thing I have is the shield and the mithril chainmail.
Okay, so that does add another setback, so... Here we go.
Jeez.
Oh, whoops.
Wow, you didn't even roll it right.
I forgot the space, so sue me.
I will. We're going to court right now. Small claims.
Wow, I can't believe that succeeded. All right. The same.
Wait, shouldn't she have 2d another setback because of the shield and the armor?
Let me roll one more
The
setback.
shield gives a setback.
It
Does
didn't
the
do
chainmail
anything.
give? Well, does the chainmail give a setback though? Is the thing.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Okay.
That means that Akron takes 8 points of damage, which actually comes out to 9, minus soak. So whatever your soak is, subtract it from 9.
Cool.
Some more skeletal hands come out from underneath the cobblestones, and they just dig in. Oh, minus add 4 more damage because of Pierce 4. I forgot this had Pierce 4. When the hands come up, they dig into your chainmail, and they yank down, and you see ringlets just kind of tick, 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 across the ground. Your armor is now 1 point damaged.
Damn.
Other than that, that's all that the spellcaster can do. So, that leads us into Gores.
Well, didn't Rudy never win?
Oh, crap, I forgot Rudy. Where is Rudy on my thing
I'll be
here?
honest, man. I was only going to walk up to Gores and take a defensive stance. It doesn't matter that much to me. This is
Dude, you could have thrown your dagger and killed it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, throw the only weapon I have. I'll pass.
Yeah. Totally throw. Dude, if you were supposed to go before he casted, you could have killed him before he casted.
Yep.
Rudy, what did you get for your thing? Because I don't know why I don't... Oh, he got 0.1. I did forget.
What now? Hold on, I got like 3 people talking.
Go ahead. It's your turn, Tony. Do what you're going to do, because you should have gone before the demon did.
Throw your dagger.
Alright, like I said, I was just going to move over here and take a defensive stance.
Throw your dagger. Throw your dagger.
I don't even think I can throw that.
Throw it.
And how many people am I throwing it through, for crying out loud? That's 30 feet.
You get a
Use
boost.
the needle then. Come on now.
You
Wait.
can do it, Tony.
No.
I believe in you.
That's the end of my turn. I'm good.
Okay, so everything still happened as usual.
Alright, I'm gonna maintain my spell, and this guy here is gonna swing.
Alright, go for it.
In dramatic slow-mo motion, making no sound whatsoever. Well, hopefully he will not continue to hit.
That would be helpful.
There we go.
There you go.
And he will do 10 damage, pierce 3.
Alright. So, Vapar, slice. And you see like this very feral look come into her eyes. She flings the swords upwards and kind of rotates them, catches them, and stabs straight downwards into the back of this demon. The other demons kind of look at her in a respectful way, and they just kind of sit to attention, essentially. Next up is Habuk.
Wait,
The rest
are just
on their turn, the rest are just going to immediately go into an attention mode.
and stare at who?
At Vapar.
Or
Oh god.
your minion.
So, next up would be Habuk. Habuk just maintains his thing on Kustrak, which means that it now goes to Kustrak or Casimir.
You want to go, Casimir?
Well, they're not attacking.
Yeah.
They've sat at attention.
I'm gonna have the. Either way, I'm gonna have the spirits kind of just block the passageway so they can't get through.
Okay.
I'm gonna cancel my silence, by the way.
Okay.
Is there anything I can use for like plant-based magic?
There's definitely like mold and stuff in here, so yes.
All right, I'll use some mold to poison the deers.
Okay, go ahead and roll. If you're gonna do that, that's an attack. That's
they're
gonna
not
be
doing
like a
anything, man.
blast attack.
Oh,
so
no, okay, yeah. I didn't do it. Yeah, probably. I just won't do anything then.
Yeah, they sat down.
All right. Then yeah, I'll just chill out for a minute then, and get confusion.
I am going to hold my action to see what's going on now.
Yes.
Likewise.
alrighty. So they sit at attention and just sit there. Vipar kind of looks at them, looks down at the demon that she's impaled into the concrete or to the cobblestones, and she just starts laughing.
Okay. I'm looking at the fire and go,
All right.
maybe you should get your
Spin
sword
around
and move your new minion.
She utters something guttural, like very guttural and harsh, and the demons immediately like shift out of the way into a very respectful like column formation, so you guys can actually get past as needed up the stairs.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Akron, you might wanna take a little swig of one of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of the potions out.
All right, so you take a drink, you immediately heal 5 wounds as the restorative magic of the elixir courses through you.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna use my once per encounter real quick to strain.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and roll me a simple cool check. So no purples. Any successes heal strain. Advantages, unfortunately, do nothing.
Nope. I didn't use any strain anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Boo.
Alrighty. So, you guys, I'm assuming, go up the stairs at this point?
Yes.
Okay. As you guys go up the stairs, Habuk following, of course, you guys come out onto essentially the side of like this mountain. Apparently this prison was actually kept away from like towns, etc. As you look across the land, you do not see a single drop of like oceanic water in any direction.
Where the fuck are we?
And with that, we will call it for tonight.
I started
Oh,
yawning.
that's mean.
Dude, it's 10:15. It's 11:15 for you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
we're well past where I wanted to be, time-wise, but we needed to get this far at least. Alright, so, for good role-playing tonight, guys, everybody gets 25 XP.
Nice.
Actually,
Oh,
you know
man.
what? I'm going to be even more generous. 30 XP right now.
Whoa.
Everybody gets 30.
Look at that.
So we're at
Nice.
90 total.
Oh man, I have so much XP to spend.
I know, me too.
Alright, we'll pick it up again next Tuesday, same time, so 6 p.m. Mountain Standard. We may have one more session after this next one, depending on how fast we go through it. I want to get to something, and we're not quite where I was hoping we'd be at.
Up all
The
night.
dawn
It was the
bats.
bats. The bats.
Just remember, bats love bread.
Bread?
Christina knows exactly what I'm referencing.
You wouldn't believe I'm
Alright,
gonna do
y'all
getting
have a
this
good
up in
Yep.
as many campaigns as I can.
So,
I
just,
can't believe you incorporated that. That is amazing.
I'm just glad I could incorporate it the way I did, because if you guys didn't go past the forest, I wasn't going to be able to incorporate that at all.
It was awesome.